Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway on us. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time at IDC. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get that engagement ring and let IDC buy your honeymoon. Here's how it works. If you spend $3,500, IDC will give you a 3-day, 2-night hotel getaway with a $100 Visa card for spending. Choose from a dozen romantic cities. Or spend $5,000 on her jewelry and IDC will give you a 3- or 4-night luxury cruise for 2. Spend $10,000 and you'll get a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale, tropical, all-inclusive resort. Choose from 4 countries. Listen, if you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, or just want to get away for some romance, IDC has it covered. You buy the ring, we'll give the getaway. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Mullet Millennial, and Waterford Lakes.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a good program set up for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb does it around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour at Sports. Brandon Kravitz dropped by. He went to Chicago. Told us before the show that Chicago knows how to do sports. We've got a lot to learn here in Orlando. We'll go over that.
Well, plus it's Lollapalooza.
5 o'clock hour, it's trivia. Orlando City tickets versus and Franz Ferdinand tickets on the line as well. 6 o'clock, it's the video game review with Jaden. That would normally happen at 4, but he has another appointment, so he's going to come in at 6. We'll go over the video game My Friendly Neighborhood, which I downloaded and played a little bit. Ray Trunley will be in today. We'll talk about polygamy and the results of that Tesla autopilot case have been resolved as well. Plus, we'll end it up, you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the program. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Find us on social, guys. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, on X, just at Jim Colbert Show, and all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. Get involved with our chat. Our question of the day will be there as well. You could also send us a talkback just using that iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio and use that mic to send your comment on down the line. How you guys doing today?
Awesome.
Yeah. Were you excited? What's going on? You get a new car?
I got a new car.
Hey, what'd you get?
Just got it this morning.
What'd you get?
2018 black Honda Civic Si Coupe.
Nice!
Congratulations.
You should see the exhaust system on the back of this thing. It looks like it used to run the space shuttle.
The funny thing is, when I got here a little bit late today, I was like 2 minutes late, and I know that you're always here exactly on time. I almost always park behind Jack, because Jack parks out in the parking lot right now where the cool kids park.
Right.
And I almost always park right in that same area. And when I walk by, I always glance over to see if your car was there. Today was one of the only days because I was running a little behind to see if your car was there. I didn't even notice. That's very cool.
Very excited.
Did you just drive around all weekend long?
No, I just got it this morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just this morning. I went and picked it up.
Now, is this from the same auction?
This is from the same auction.
God, why did it take so long?
They had a bad ABS sensor, and the person I bought the car from said, I have never on a Honda ever had this happen before. And if you know anything about Honda, first you have to give your firstborn, then you have to give a DNA sample, then you have to go in and do some more biometrics, then you have to send your bond, and then your insurance. And
well, that's what happens when you buy a car with 3 oil changes. You can drive it for 500,000 miles.
Dude, this is a 2018, one owner, no accidents, a little over 43,000 miles.
Yeah, break-in time.
And where'd it come from?
It came from Arizona.
Nice.
Oh,
It's
that's
a dry
good.
heat.
Yeah, that's
Dry
what you
heat.
want out there. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so-
no, nothing from the Northeast.
No, I saw pictures of all the undercarriage, but the pictures just didn't do the car justice. It has so much giddy up.
Really, I love
Well,
it.
it has like all that special stuff under the hood that Ross wants to do but can't do because
yeah.
he drives a hybrid.
Right, yeah.
There's an air intake cooler. and
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all the stuff.
all the
bolt-ons.
Yeah.
What they call the bolt-ons. Very nice.
Oh, but what about the other car?
Yeah, where's that?
That's in the driveway waiting to be sold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Tiburon.
How much are you looking for that?
You know, someone who can drive 5, 6 speeds. Well, 5.5.
5.5 speed.
Let me tell you, the treat today was knowing I could actually put it into second gear and I wasn't going to jam up my clutch.
I totally forgot. You have to rev the hell out of it to get through first again because you go from first to third.
First to third. I could put it in second, but it was recommended that I
Right, very
don't.
nice. Yeah. You should be able to sell that pig for something.
Oh, absolutely. It's
mean,
in
it's got
great
AC
condition.
AC. Now,
AC, Kenwood stereo, just had an oil change, brand new tires, still has a little bit of gas left in it.
that's got to be heartbreaking, though. You just put your new car stereo in there. You literally just put it in there.
In the last couple of years.
And now you're going back to the stock stereo?
Well, that's
Oh,
okay.
lame.
Yeah, no, stock stereos that's a new game now.
It is.
Yeah, they sound great.
Really?
My trick, though, is going to not be to blow out the speakers within the first 90 days of. I have never not owned a car that I haven't done that to it. So
Well, that's all you have to do is upgrade the speakers then. Your receiver's almost always the same. Put a tiny amp in there and off you go, party girl.
I mean, smoked out turn signals.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah,
Your turn
the person
signals,
who
your
loved,
turn signals are high? Smoke them out. All right.
but they're tinted to look like the rest of the body of the car, so you don't know that
Very
the
nice.
turn signals there.
I'm excited to see it after the show today.
Oh, you're gonna see it, and then you're gonna follow me to the gas station because I've already got a low
Yeah.
low
Very
fuel
good.
light on.
Very good. You guys have a good time last week? Everything go all right?
Absolutely.
All our guest hosts do a good job? Do I have to reprimand anybody? Do I have to get anybody's ass? How'd Fryer do?
No, you should buy them all gifts.
Was Fryer saucy or was he good? Was Grimes okay?
Brian Grimes was great. He
Yeah.
has his new version of his Yoho rum that we sampled. Actually sampled that. He brought that in. We sampled it the next day when Scott Maxwell was here.
Uh-huh.
And Ross and I, we each had that sample. And Bob Fryer was in on Friday.
Very nice.
Each of them lovely and effervescent.
Very nice. So good week.
A good week, but how was your week? Finally taking a little bit of R&R.
Yeah, it was great. Actually, it's funny. I when I sent Jack all the photographs we have, my wife and I really don't take a lot of pictures on vacation. And when Jack asked for them, I was like, I think I have 2.
Right.
And it was us when we first got to the resort, and I think one other when we were going somewhere else, and that's all I had. My wife had a video, and by the way, I have to explain this video. If you've been to our Facebook page and you've seen any of the videos or still photos, there's one still photo that tells a very harrowing story.
Okay, yeah, and it's also on the Real Radio Instagram at Real Radio 1041. There's one with the helicopter.
Yes.
Offshore.
Yeah, we stayed at a resort over in Clearwater called Opal Sands,
Right.
which is a beautiful place. Did a wonderful job. Very nice, very accommodating. Right on the ocean. The pool overlooks the ocean, the Gulf there, I should say.
Nice.
Absolutely wonderful. It was great. And the shark boat that you saw was a perpetual sight of the party boats coming in and out of the inlet that was right to the next of us, next to us, went into the bay there. So they were constantly coming in and out. And then one afternoon, my wife is out on the balcony and she said, she goes, what's that chopper doing out there? And there was probably about maybe a quarter of a mile, half a mile offshore. You can see the size of the chopper. It looked relatively small. That's how you can kind of get a scope of how far it was. And if you'll look right below the chopper, you'll see like a black square looking thing. That is what's left of the boat that chopper was rescuing the people off of.
No.
The entire beach was gathered around watching this rescue mission as this chopper from the Coast Guard, we believe, hovered over this site, and we literally watched this boat disappear into the Gulf as it hovered there for what had to be a good half an hour or longer.
Oh, how scary.
So we watched that, and then just basically hung out, ate good food, and drank, and swam in the pool. It was great. Complete decompress. I think I checked my phone 3 times the entire weekend. Yeah, there's the party boat, Jack. Jack has it up on the screen right now
Let me see.
at JimColbertLive.com if you want to see
giant
that.
shark, which is
Yeah.
I thought you meant, okay.
Oh, yeah,
I did not realize it was literally shaped
Let me
like
tell
a
you,
shark.
Those are party boats. Those kids did not care at all about life. Oh, no. And then there you go.
Whoa.
And if you look, that dot or that black thing you see in the ocean is what's left of the boat that chopper was rescuing people from or providing some type of service. But we know that when the chopper left, that boat was gone or that dot was not there anymore.
And that was the Coast Guard?
We think it's Coast Guard, yeah. It's wild, though, because Coast Guard are usually white. But we don't know if this. What do you mean? What are you laughing at?
No, I'm laughing at a text. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No.
The Coast Guard thing is actually usually white, but this one, but I don't think it was. But it's shaped like a military kind of rescue chopper.
By the way, the Coast Guard turns 235 years old today.
Do they really?
Congratulations. I used to think, Coast Guard. And then you see them doing these kinds of rescues.
Yeah.
And really what changed my attitude was Deadliest Catch. I had no idea that there were places on Earth where a helicopter could be below a boat.
Oh, yeah. Wow, really? Oh, because of the ocean.
Of the waves.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And when you see them rescue people and they're below you.
So explain to this next picture here.
What do you think that is?
That's a
pretzel.
That is a pretzel, big dog.
I love pretzel.
Let me tell you, that thing was crazy good. We ate at all the local spots.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And there's a if you go to Clearwater and when you come to the very turn, like when you go to a dead ends into the Gulf, you can either go left or right. Left goes to the resorts where all the hotels are. Right kind of goes into the downtown kind of niche-y part of Clearwater, which are that little beach area there. And there's I don't know who owns Frenchie's, but Frenchie's is a major player over there in the Clearwater Beach area. There's like 10 Frenchie's cafes. There's Frenchie's real estate.
Oh, wow.
And this was one of the little Frenchie's spots, and it was absolutely wonderful.
It's a giant pretzel shaped like a fish?
Like a lobster?
Yeah.
That's hanging?
Yeah, they hang it. I don't know, it was super crispy on the outside and super tender and bready on the inside.
Lots of sea salt on there.
Mustard and cheese was absolutely
Was that
wonderful.
a bowl of shrimp on your
Yeah,
plate?
it's
Looks like it
peel
with
and eat.
melted
Yeah,
butter.
peel and eat, yeah. Yeah. Very good. Should have taken a lot more pictures, did not. My wife looked so hot all weekend long. Didn't want to share that with anybody, if you feel me. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Hotels are about to charge for something that is going to blow your mind. Is leaving your garage door open good for your power bill? And I've heard this over and over. Do you leave your garage door open during the summer to let your house, quote unquote, breathe, or do you close it? Does one of those affect your power bill more than the other? And believe it or not, it does.
Yeah, I think it's called robbery.
We lost an 80s/70s legend. And no.
Okay.
And then Gen Z is ditching something that I never thought would lose favor here in the U.S. We have all that plus Ray Trinley and all the cool stuff later. What do you have for news?
Well, we're going to talk about the National Hurricane Center saying August marks the beginning of tropical activity. Florida's Bright Line causes concerns, and a comedian buys an infamous museum. Oh, man, good luck with that.
Really?
We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
Hey, plus, we always hear about these things where, hey, if you're in the shower, can you get electrocuted? Hey, if you're doing this, can you get electrocuted? There's a story out there where somebody got electrocuted doing something, and it's insane. Did you already do it?
No.
Oh, it's crazy. And then the Denmark Zoo is making news again, and we'll go over that as well. Take a little break, get Deb's news, and more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to look out for this afternoon. Central Florida Parkway at Galvin Drive, on John Young Parkway near Thacker Avenue, off to the shoulder on State Road 429 northbound approaching Akoya-Popka Road. The roadways are getting busy this afternoon. Expect some rainy conditions affecting your ride here. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Duke's Mayo. Duke's, it's got twang.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about good mayo. Duke's Mayo. It'll make any dish sing. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Rebath in Mid-Florida, right there in Altamont Springs, 436, right across from Kobe. You can find these guys' showroom. And let me tell you something, man. When you go into their showroom, you're going to see some bathrooms set up, and you'll just want to pack one of those up and take it home with you. It's amazing. That's not the deal here. You're going to see 8 or 10 models there, and usually these models are set up just to show you exactly what their products can look like, configured into different bathroom ideas. And remember, they have it all. Multiple selections of toilets and tubs and lights and sinks and tiles, and everything is there. And even better, they even have a design team to help you with your ideas. Cool thing is, 4 to 6 days is the average time to get your old bathroom out and your new bathroom in. They do it with their employees, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And if you call these guys now and schedule an appointment and wind up getting a bathroom, knock 10% off just for mentioning the Jim Colbert Show. That's right, 10% off. That could be thousands of dollars in savings, so take advantage of that today. Also, drop by their website. It's rebath.com. Check out the before and afters of the bathrooms here in Central Florida, and then book your own appointment because your brand new bathroom is waiting right there in Altamont at rebath.com.
It all comes down to Daytona. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the Cup Series regular season finale in 2025. Last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400 saw Harrison Burton secure a playoff spot with his first career Cup Series victory by a margin of .047 seconds. Reigning back-to-back Daytona 500 champion William Byron will be looking to become the first driver since Jimmy Johnson to win both Daytona Cup races in a single season. Race fans, enhance your race weekend by adding the Hard Rock Bet Fan Zone and pre-race access. To get more information, go to the website DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or give them a call, 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and zero security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, come Nickley.
Worried about buying or selling your home? Don't be. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently, with buying and selling solutions faster than you could say. More tape? Nationally ranked and locally loved, TNG sells homes 2 times faster for an average of over 20,000 more. Check out the Nickley Group's over 3,000 5-star reviews. Get a guaranteed cash offer for your home today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This is Operation Stormwatch, brought to you by Eustis Roofing. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Storm safety tip. Be sure your gutters are clean to avoid preventable damage. Visit EustisRoofing.com to schedule your free storm readiness inspection.
Considering a 1031 exchange or seeking steady, high-yield monthly income? Explore student housing and low-income housing investments with Icon America. Cash flow starts at 7.5% monthly. Our properties near the University of Utah and Purdue are fully occupied. Benefit from low fees by eliminating high broker deal commissions. Call 893-EXCHANGE, 893-EXCHANGE, or visit icon1031.com. Past performance is no indication of future results. Investment involves risk. Consult your financial advisor.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is the Shock Incarceration Podcast. What would you do if one bad decision forced you to choose between a maximum security prison or the most brutal boot camp designed to be hell on earth? Unfortunately for Mark Lombardo, this was the choice he faced.
He said, "You are a number, a New York State number, and we own you."
Listen to Shock Incarceration on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Shock Incarceration and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. A big thanks to Bob, Brian, and Scott for sitting in and helping out last week. A gigantic help, as we always appreciate you guys stepping in when I'm going to take a few days off. So, again, just a gigantic thanks to those guys for sliding in on a day off and help us out.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there. And Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And as always, JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. All right, the National Hurricane Center is tracking several trouble spots in the Atlantic, including Tropical Storm Dexter.
Not one drop of rain in Clearwater the entire week.
Not one drop of water at our house. I don't know about Jack, but yeah, no, we just
had a drop or two.
Just heat.
Just a lot of heat and humidity.
Heat storm, that's it.
Chief Senior Meteorologist Philippe Papin with the National Hurricane Center says the tropics should begin to become more active now that we're in the month of August.
This is the climatological period of time where things start to get a little bit more active in the Atlantic Basin. Sea surface temperatures are rising across the Atlantic Basin, and also sort of the negative factors like dry air and vertical wind shear also start to decrease this time of year.
Now, Dexter is the fourth named storm of the season. Good news, it's not expected to impact Florida. Papin says there is another tropical wave coming off the coast of Africa that may develop but will stay out in the middle of the Atlantic. And another system over the Gulf Stream may bring Florida rain later in the week. And that's okay, because we could use that.
Yeah.
Now, in the meantime, applications open today for the My Safe Florida Home program. Homeowners are offered millions of dollars to help lower their insurance premiums and protect against storms. Spokeswoman Elizabeth Hart says there are several upgrades like better roof-to-wall connectors.
These upgrades involve reinforcing the connection between your roof and walls using metal connectors, straps, or clips to protect against high winds and hurricanes to help keep your roof on.
I like that funky music in the background, right?
Yeah. Already feel that's a success.
That came from the copyright-free department.
Exactly. Homeowners are encouraged to get better roof-to-wall connectors, secondary water resistance barriers, and upgrade windows, doors, and garage doors. Since 2022, the program has reimbursed nearly 40,000 Floridians. Eligible properties must be single-family homes or townhouses with an insured value of $700,000 or less, and the owner must have a homestead exemption. Applications will be processed on a first-come, first-served basis. They can be found at mysafefloridahome.com, and the application window closes September 29th.
Boom.
All right. Florida's Brightline is Florida's privately operated high-speed rail service running from Miami to Orlando, has missed a July interest payment, and investors are nervous.
Yeah.
The Wall Street Journal reports Brightline bondholders are lawyering up as the Fortress Investment Group seeks to cut debt and fresh capital, according to the Wall Street Journal. Now, Bloomberg reports that Brightline is not in default on the $1.2 billion in bonds yet. and still has cash reserves to cover some of its outstanding debt until 2027. The company just hiked rates 250% in June.
Yeah.
I can't believe they would miss an interest rate, though. They have had ridership that's been above and beyond what they were expecting.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
I'm surprised at how many people are using it.
Yeah.
And the amount of people using it, and for that not to work in their business model to generate enough, finances to cover their payments seems like someone someone didn't carry a 2 or 3 or missed the decimal point.
Somebody left the till open.
It wasn't me. All right. Well, Florida gets the dubious distinction as being home to 4 of the coolest housing markets nationwide in Bankrate's new Housing Heat Index study, which says Cape Coral, Punta Gorda, Northport, and Tampa are all suffering from post-COVID sales. Bankrate analyst Alex Gailey says from 2020 to 2023, there wasn't enough inventory on the market, but now...
Supply has increased significantly across several Florida housing markets, which is a good thing for buyers, but now demand has slowed because of housing affordability.
Yeah, she says that led to skyrocketing prices on top of mortgage rates between 6% and 7%, giving Florida the 1-2 punch it didn't need. The good news, this is not a crash, but rather a recorrecting of inflated pandemic numbers.
Yeah.
Because really, that's what you saw, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Again, I mean, we talk to professionals in the real estate business all the time, and they say, there are always these weird kind of lulls.
Yeah.
But if you have a home in Florida,
hang on to it.
Yeah,
hang on to it.
I don't know if you should. I don't know if you should make any rash moves.
No. But it is weird to see a house on the market, a house in your neighborhood for sale, longer than what you anticipated.
Yeah.
It used to be like,
30,
2 days,
60,
that's going to be gone.
30, 60 days max back in the day. I mean, we would find ones when we were looking for the house we're in now. We had multiple scenarios where the house was purchased over value, over asking, and there were bidding wars for it because properties that were unique and interesting were hard to find, and the ones that were getting multiple offers.
Well,
they were fighting them off.
I know there's at least 2 homes for sale on my street, which has been just interesting to see them not be snapped up right away. A sad update out of South Florida where another child has died after a sailboat crash in Miami-Dade County. Family members said yesterday 10-year-old Ari Buckman died from injuries she suffered in last week's crash. She was on that sailboat that collided with a barge in Biscayne Bay. Buckman is the 3rd child to die in the crash. A 13-year-old girl and a 7-year-old girl were the other 2. Another girl who was hurt was released from the hospital Thursday. All were part of a summer sailing camp at the Miami Yacht Club, right?
Wow, man.
Just at summer camp. The Coast Guard is still investigating. Also in South Florida, religious leaders want to send a message to those inside Alligator Alcatraz. An interfaith prayer vigil was held yesterday outside the Immigrant Detention Center in the Everglades. Reverend Arthur Jones III came from Fort Myers. He says he wants the inmates to know they're not forgotten, they're loved and remembered. Organizers tell 7 News they'll hold these vigils every week until the facility closes. Say mosquitoes down there are as big as birds.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
All right. Governor Ron DeSantis has a warning for his fellow Republicans.
Oh, yeah?
He spoke Saturday in Orlando at the Florida Freedom Forum.
What did he warn them of?
DeSantis warned the audience the advantage Republicans have in the state may not last. He said, quote, "Don't get high on your own supply." That's right. Folks, let those words sink in again. Our governor on Saturday said...
Ray's boots himself, huh? I love it. Get him. I love it. Get in there.
Straight from the streets, right? Don't get high on your own supply, and there is nothing permanent in politics, end quote. DeSantis warns that Democrats can use ballot referendums to turn Florida into California. He says, quote, "We could wake up in 10 years and all of a sudden we've got a left-wing state," end quote. In the meantime, Broward County and the city of Gainesville have already been doged, with Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Orange counties, plus the city of Jacksonville, receiving warnings to prepare for Department of Government efficiency teams. But Chief Financial Officer Blaise Ngolia says Doge may be a thing of the past, proposing instead at the Florida Freedom Forum to change its name. Here's his idea for the new name.
You guys know what FAFO stands for, right? Florida Agency for Fiscal Oversight. What were you guys thinking?
Governor Ron DeSantis posted on X this morning, quote, Florida Agency for Fiscal Oversight has a nice ring to it. Might need to work up an executive order and make it official, end quote. All right, check your fridge.
Oh, what happened?
Biscuits. Publix is recalling its cheddar and herb biscuits.
Oh, okay.
And just the name sounds really delicious, doesn't it?
Cheddar and herb?
Cheddar and herb. I don't know. There's just something. Makes me think of those Red Lobster biscuits.
Sounds like a country duo.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, and they'd be successful, too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the recall is due to a missing soy allergen statement. So the biscuits were sold before August 1st. And anyone with soy allergies, if you have those in your house, just throw the product away. Customers can contact Public Customer Care for more information. Here's some good news.
All right, I'm waiting.
A Little League baseball team from Seminole County.
Oh, yeah. The Lake Mary team, yeah.
Yeah, a chance to return to Williamsport. The Lake Mary Little Leaguers beat a South Carolina team. How much yesterday in Georgia? Do you guys know the score?
I don't know the score.
I did hear. It was a lot to nothing.
Yeah. Do you want to take a guess?
12 zip.
14 zip.
Wow, really? That's
14
incredible.
zip.
So my daughter's boyfriend is a baseball coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he coaches baseball, and but he coaches at a facility that teaches high-level players how to hit and do the things, and he knows that kid from Lake Mary, who that kid who made it to the All-Star, like the super elite team, and he said that kid is bananas good at
really?
12 years old or whatever he is.
So in other words, that's going to be someone we're going to want to hang on to their name in the future?
Yeah, we were talking about stats and the realistic opportunity for you to make it to the bigs in any sport. We were kind of going over the chances of you making it there, they're virtually none. And we're going to breaking it down. And he jumped in and he goes, yeah, because I was explaining it to my son. And he jumped in and he said, yeah, I mean, I've got this kid and he's like all world everything. And he's probably got a 60-40 shot at making it to the majors in any way, shape, or form. It's like maybe 3 players out of every state all year.
Which is crazy because a lot of them do come like out of Stetson, out of Central Florida.
Matter of fact, Stetson, I just had some sign, and Florida's an anomaly. I mean, you can take us, but I mean, you think all those Midwest states. I mean, how many people are South Dakota, North Dakota, Wisconsin sending to the majors?
Well, Riley Green, right here, Central Florida's dad owns like a baseball, softball clinic.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Detroit Tigers. Well, Lake Mary will play tomorrow with the chance to advance to the Little League World Series. Lake Mary won the World Series last year. Meanwhile, the Lake Mary softball team won its first game, the Little League Softball World Series yesterday. They beat Mill Creek, Washington 9-2. Lake Mary will play Oklahoma today. That game happened at 1 o'clock. Also want to give a shout out to the Orlando Pride, who also celebrating some milestones. They tied the Utah Royals 1-1 last night at Inter&Co Stadium. The Pride will host Racing Louisville on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool to see.
Yeah.
Because those are the kinds of people that you want to follow through there. But have you guys ever followed an athlete literally from elementary or middle school through high school through college to the majors?
Not that far, but Bryce Harper, obviously when he hit Sports Illustrated at like 14 or 15 years old, that's one of the athletes in Tiger. I followed Tiger's career from junior golf all the way through.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that Lake Mary kid is one of those to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
All right, I know we're going to talk about this later, but for those of us of a certain age.
I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP.
I've always been more of a Les Nessman kind of guy myself.
Yeah.
Actress Lonnie Anderson, who gained fame playing the receptionist at a fictitious Cincinnati radio station, has died at the age of 79. Anderson starred for 4 seasons as Jennifer Marlowe in the 70s and early 80s on the sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati. Apart from acting, Anderson was possibly best known for her highly publicized romance, marriage, to actor Burt Reynolds, a relationship that ended in a divorce that was well documented by the tabloids in 1994. Anderson passed away Sunday in Los Angeles.
I remember that being one of the very first celebrity divorces that got covered by the major media that I paid attention to. And it was weird because they were both in that movie Little Whorehouse, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. It was Burt Reynolds, Dolly Parton, and then Lonnie Anderson was in that. And the only thing that made that movie worth watching, I remember as a kid, you're 12, 13 years old, like I heard Lonnie Anderson was in lingerie, so I scoured my grandmother's purses for all the loose quarters to pay for it to get in there and get myself some, the old bank need to be filled up, if you feel me.
Of course, you were watching WKRP,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
Exactly. Where she always wore turtlenecks.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Interestingly, even though I remember her being, a really hot commodity in the 70s, she almost seemed too perfect as a young man because it was like Barbie-esque. Her hair was like shellacked into place. It never moved. She was like almost too pretty and too perfect to really kind of fantasize about because you don't want to mess anything up. But I messed some stuff up. Don't get me wrong. I messed a whole bunch of stuff up.
Oh, I love just
Mom, it happened again.
He's like, I don't want to know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to know.
You know, Bert did her dirty, too. Probably messed her hair up at least twice.
She asked for it. You know that for sure. All right. And then finally, a well-known comedian is now the owner of an occult museum and is the legal guardian of the allegedly haunted doll, Annabelle.
No way. Really?
On Friday, Matt Rife posted about the purchase on social media to let fans know he didn't purchase just any occult museum. No, Rife bought the famed Ed and Lorraine Warren house with his friend Elton Castee. The Warrens were paranormal investigators whose case files inspired the Conjuring movie franchise. Rife says he plans to open the house as soon as next summer for overnight stays.
God almighty, could you imagine?
And museum tours.
Wow. Would you stay there, Jack? Would you stay in the same house with the Annabelle doll?
I don't know anything about this Annabelle doll.
Yeah, you do. The paranormal investigator just died while on tour with her.
Okay.
Oh, they made a whole the series of movies over.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
Oh my God, it's great.
I haven't seen them either.
I don't watch scary movies.
The very first Annabelle is really, really good. Very scary, very trippy.
Stop saying her name.
Annabelle.
Yeah, see, no, there you go with the...
Yeah, now you're going to get another stomach ache tomorrow morning.
Ah, yeah.
What
Then
if
it affects us.
What if Annabelle and Robert got married?
Stop it. Oh, that would be cute.
And they lived in a shed on Angel Rivera's property. Dun, dun, dun.
And that concludes your JCS News.
Wow. What did he do that for? Is he like a horror fan or something?
I did see two movies, not horror though.
Yeah,
two movies. And I really liked them both. One I loved, and the other one I really liked.
Happy Gilmore 2, and what else?
Happy Gilmore 2 was one of them.
Really?
I skipped right over Happy Gilmore 1. And I went right to Happy Gilmore 2.
You're perfectly fine.
And I really enjoyed it. I had a good time.
Did you go in pre-cameo trying to kind of point out cameos? Because you heard about all the...
Yeah, I knew there were 72. And
the golfers I don't expect you to know, but the social media stuff I thought you may know.
Actually, no, I think the golfers I knew better than any of the other people.
Really?
That were in it. Yeah.
What was the other movie?
Yeah, that's the one I'm interested about.
The other one is one that came out a while back, won some Oscars, but it was always on my list to see, and my daughter recommended it, and we watched it, absolutely loved it, The Green Book.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful movie.
Yeah. Very
absolutely
good.
wonderful movie.
It was really good.
With
and all true. Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, my God, man, it was so good.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
That's worth watching again, by the way.
I would say.
Yeah. That's a really good flick. And again, remind me, he was a jazz player in the 50s.
1962.
60s?
Yeah, and he was famous, lived in New York over Carnegie Hall, but was going to do a tour in the Deep South with the Jim Crow laws. And the Green Book was a book for, quote, colored travelers to be able to know where they would be welcome to stay or eat, restaurants or hotels that they could use, in the Jim Crow era South.
Super.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a real... And who was the driver again? Who was in it?
Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
Interesting, right? Driving Miss Daisy, but the opposite.
Yeah. Tony Lip.
And he was great, by the way, because, New York jazz artists, you should have a little bit of a thing about you.
Yeah.
And that's really what made the movie have rubbed to me. Is his attitude going through the South? Viggo's like, hey, we can go here, we can go here, and this guy was like from New York, where those boundaries didn't exist there. So
what do you mean I can't go here?
Him acclimating to that mentality was very interesting to watch. That is a damn good movie, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, very cool. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Let's take a little break. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Gonna look at my car.
Okay.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Good morning. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. You know, this week is going to be remembered as a stormy one as compared to the other couple of weeks where it's just been so hot. It'll be hot today and tomorrow with highs in the mid-90s, but there will be a 60 to 70% chance for rain. As we head into the middle of the work week, rain chances going up to a 70 to 80% chance. At least temperatures will be a little cooler, highs closer to 90 thanks to the cloud cover. Watch out for those storms as you're heading to the beach. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Man, here in Central Florida, you hear it every single day in the summer. It's the dog days, baby. It's hot. And that's why you need a reliable AC company that also has a lot of integrity, and that's what Mills Air is. And they've been doing this since 1992. That's 30 plus years of experience right here in Central Florida, keeping you and your family nice and cool. And their techs are awesome people, and they know these systems inside and out. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have, and even better, they'll never make you feel uncomfortable when they're working on your property. These guys are Carrier factory authorized dealers. That's important. It can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Find them online easily at millsair.com.
Everyone's talking about fighting inflammation these days. But did you know allergies are one of the most common and overlooked causes? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps tackle allergies at the root, reducing inflammation in your body so you can finally feel better. They offer proven treatments, even needle-free options to make it easy. Book your appointment today at aspireallergy.com. That's aspireallergy.com.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Fence Outlet customer Sarah shares.
We decided to go with Fence Outlet after receiving several referrals from our neighbors. They've been in business for over 30 years, so we trusted that they would do a great job, and they did.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
This year, fuel prices have been a bit of a roller coaster. Here in Orlando, drivers finally have some relief at the pump, but prices are likely to go up by the end of the summer. Well, you know what can make your ride smoother? The Upside app. With Upside, you can earn cash back on every fill-up, which means there's money to be earned even when gas prices are low. Upside earns you up to 25 cents per gallon at hundreds of locations like Circle K, Racetrack, and Shell. Download the app and see why millions of Upside users have racked up almost $1 billion in cash back earned. For a limited time, get a 25 cent per gallon bonus on your first purchase with promo code Orlando07. That's promo code Orlando07 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your next fill-up. With Upside, you can roll up to a nearby gas station and coast straight to cashback earnings. Don't forget to use promo code Orlando07. Upside. Cashback smarter. Offers vary by user and location. Terms and conditions apply. Go to upside.com for details.
Say goodbye to dealerships and private sale tire kickers when you sell your car to GiveMeTheVin.com. Now we're even better with the GiveMeTheVin.com Big Cash Giveaway. Win $25,000 in cash every month. Sell us your car to increase your odds of winning. No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com.
You've got apps for everything. Music, photos, even ordering coffee. But only one app gives you the live radio experience. It's radio your way. Anytime, anywhere. Join the millions already listening. The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Now back to the Jim Colbert Show.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Jimmy, I don't know why DeSantis says the stuff he does, but let's just take a quick inventory of some of the stuff he said. Florida and the state of Florida should be dozed when it comes to the state government. The state government's been run by Republicans for the last 30 years. He says we need to close the borders to what? Alabama, Georgia, and sea turtles? And my favorite, he wants to sue Disney. That's only going to cost taxpayers $1 million.
Yeah.
DeSantis doesn't MAGA very well.
He doesn't. And he should just kind of stick to his own thing. He had enough success doing that. He doesn't need to. You know, the interesting thing, what was I just thinking about with him the other day? There was something else that hit me, which is kind of wild. You know, again, just, you know, it just seems like a lot of just talk to talk. And then when they say things, it just contradicts other things they've said. And just, you don't have to say those things. Just do your job and just be quiet and go about your job. Everybody will notice you've done a good job. You don't need to constantly say stuff like that. It drives me crazy. And that's with all politicians.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. All right, 407-916-1041. Text 77031. But you got to get a sound clip these days. You got to get a video clip. Get something you can put on social, you know, to keep it going there. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
So I mentioned at the beginning of the show, by the way, that Gen Z is ditching what I consider to be, this is a story out of Fox 35. It's a backup story from, let's see, where else? It's some other, either way. It says here the Gen Z is ditching this particular American food staple.
Oh, food, okay.
It's a food staple. And it's, can I tell you, I would say that right now, if I were to ask the audience, 100% of the people listening to us have this in their house. And Gen Z says they're done with it.
Sugar.
Good one, Dan.
Not simply sugar.
Not
simply sugar.
Okay, corn syrup, but that's not something you'd have in your house.
Any processed sweetener.
Not just it's something. Obviously, the sweetener's on. It's a food product, not exactly just sugar or a sweetener. No, but you're in the world of that.
Soda.
No.
Oh, good one.
Cooler. Because what they're doing is they're going for more wholesome kind of choices this time of the day. And actually, a lot of them aren't even participating.
Alcohol.
Gen Z is giving up breakfast cereal. Breakfast cereal sales have slowed significantly over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
You mean it's not the $20 price per box?
No, it doesn't say that. You know what it says is, what do you think that most people that they interviewed with Gen Z for this article, what do you think they use breakfast cereal for?
I imagine they use it for coating for like chicken and
snacking. Just
really?
Literally eating it dry out of the box and for snacks. That's the only. They literally look at it like we look at potato chips, like sweet, like we would get like those sweetened peanuts or whatever. According to this article, a lot of the Generation Z, when they look at breakfast cereals, don't consider it a viable breakfast product because of the sugar level and it's highly processed. But what they will do is they will get a bowl of it and they'll eat it as a snack dry without milk or anything.
Well, if you remember, we had talked about millennials. Also, they saw breakfast cereal sales drop because millennials didn't want to have to, at the time, it was reported, be bothered with a bowl and spoon.
Oh, really?
That's okay.
Put that in the sink, and then it's like, I got to put it in the dishwasher. So breakfast bars became a bigger deal for the millennial population.
And it's funny you say that because it says here, since the 90s, grab-and-go options like Nutri-Grain breakfast bars, Cliff bars have posed a challenge to cereal not ever seen before. Yogurt cups, protein shakes, also outpacing the sales of breakfast cereals as Gen Z and millennials start raising their children a little differently and realizing that these highly processed foods don't really equal, positivity, not to mention growth and intellect.
Even those bars are highly processed, but you don't have the cleanup. Like today, I had cereal today, but I'm eating while it's like I got to move the keyboard back. I'm gonna make a mess because it's me.
Oh yeah. Same here, buddy. I have that gene.
What's funny is just yesterday, there was a bowl of cereal on the counter, and it was in the evening, and and my wife was like, it was in the fridge. Like, someone was going to have it, didn't add milk to it. So, and I just grabbed a couple and I'm like, oh, that's kind of good.
Yeah, that's good.
And I could totally see doing that as a snack as opposed to,
putting it in milk and eating it as a cereal. Yeah. That's exactly what it says. Gen Zers are less likely to eat breakfast at all, but when they do, they're choosing eggs, fruit, toast, pancakes ahead of cereal. They're also eating more breakfast or vegetables at breakfast than other generations.
Well, that's that millennial breakfast of avocado toast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Got to give them credit for that.
And even only a third of our generation, which would be Gen X, between 65 and 1980, are opting for cold cereal, 10% more than their Gen Z counterparts.
Well, I think
even our generation's quitting on it.
Yeah, well, I think it's still the bastion of parents with younger children. It's the quickest breakfast to grab before you've got to hit the school bus. Yep. It'll be interesting to see how those sales, if they pick up and how much they pick up by now that the school year, at least here in Central Florida, is about to begin.
And it's so funny. I tell you, I don't give kids much credit for being kind of worldly or reading about things that really make a difference. But in the article, it says I would never eat sugary cereals if I want my day to go well, which is a teenager. He said you couldn't pay me to eat that stuff.
Wow, which is crazy. That's all we lived on.
If I would wait for my mom and dad to get up so that I would die to have like my favorite cereal in the day in the morning. And I would add sugar to it.
Oh, yeah.
You would get the sugar and then add more sugar to it.
Because the brand didn't have any sugar on the flakes, just the raisins.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want that. It says Kellogg's here says the company is reformulating their cereals to serve in schools to not include FDC, the colors. The colors and things of that nature. But really, I mean, the colors are getting all the press, but really it's still the sugar content that makes that stuff so terrible. And the highly processed nature of any of the oats or brands or how they have to kind of formulate that stuff to make it shelf stable and still make it edible and delicious and look good in the bowl because that matters as well.
A lot of people texting us and saying snacking on mini wheats and another one. And Lucky Charms.
No, you don't snack on mini wheats without milk. You need milk for the mini wheats.
You have to have something.
Yeah, that's like eating straw.
It will literally dry you out from the inside.
Yeah. Cut you up too.
They're also, how would you even eat one of those things without some type of liquid? It says they don't want any hidden ingredients. So any of the new generations, they want transparency in what they're eating. And a lot of these cereals can't provide that because you look at the back of the cereal and you look at the product and it's like, okay, it's a flake of corn.
Exactly.
How processed can it be? And you look at the ingredient list and it is literally a 4-paragraph long list of S that's in this stuff.
You can't even pronounce half of it.
Right, exactly.
And that's with a degree.
It's Kellogg's is saying their mashup line is really helping out some of the slowing of sales, like when they Frosted Flakes and Fruit Loops into one box.
Oh yeah,
and
that's a good time.
They're doing these mashups now, and apparently that's seeing some movement. But as a rule, the idea of breakfast cereal is declining as a breakfast. Like they're saying, and Jack is just right. I mean, people talk about putting a bowl of Frosted Flakes and eating those like popcorn, because you get the crunch and a little bit of sweet rather than anything else.
I could do that. That would work for me.
Yeah.
I've actually had
Cheerios
success
for kids has been a thing forever.
by giving up any snacking.
Yeah.
Except for the cherry in my drink.
Yeah. Baby.
That's a fruit, Jack. That does not count as snacking.
Had one this weekend, Big Dog.
Yeah.
So good.
I know.
Just one?
So good. I followed it with beers.
Oh, there you go. Cleanse your palate.
Are you a snacker, though, Jack?
No. I like to be.
I like
but
nuts.
I can't.
I like nuts, but they tear my stomach up.
Right.
Same there?
So I typically at night would always have something to snack, and I realized.
Are you a sweet snacker?
That's where I got to cut out.
Are you a savory snacker?
I would say more savory.
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to sweet. Hey, I'll have a bowl of ice cream with anybody, but it's like they had ice cream last night. I had a spoonful.
Oh, really?
I get a taste of it, and I'm like, that's
That's
pretty
fine.
good.
Yeah.
It's just. Why do I need 12 spoonfuls?
You don't really.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. The hotel we stayed at had these little packages. They have a little thing now. At this particular hotel, every floor has this little thing. They stock twice a day. In the morning, it's fruit and some snacks, and at night, it's some other stuff. To take to bed with you, cookies and things of that nature. And one of the snack packs was this semi-sweet, like almonds and sesame sticks and sunflower sweet seeds, but it had that that coating that would that you'd have in kettle corn.
Yeah.
That sweet, salty coating, Jesus H. I told my wife I could jump into a vat of this mouth first. It was. I
think we actually would prefer you go in mouth first. If there's an option there.
All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, teachers, the Monsters want to party with you. Join them for a Teachers Appreciation Party August 6th, thanks to TK Law. Details at realradio.fm/party.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways are busy and so are emergency crews this afternoon. All lanes are blocked on I-75 southbound before State Road 44 due to a vehicle fire. Getting cleared up there. There's a crash reported on Central Florida Parkway at Galvin Drive, an accident on John Young Parkway near Thacker Avenue. The roadways are wet out there. Expect some rainy conditions where I-95 meets I-4. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, pros save big every day on trusted brands like Whirlpool. And now, Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retailer for the Whirlpool water treatment product line. Shop trusted brands like Whirlpool and more in-store and online.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at FAS Exteriors. These guys are awesome installing windows and doors in a couple of my homes over the years right here in Central Florida, and they kill it every single time. The options are really unbelievable, and their installers are complete craftsmen, and their expert team of window and door installers will make your entire project seamless from measurement all the way down to that final inspection, and they've been doing this since 2005. FAS has earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. And if you don't believe me, just get a job done from these guys and sit back and marvel at the quality, and then afterwards marvel at how your house feels, looks, and sounds. Upgrade your home today with a team that delivers excellence. Simply visit FASWD.com and trust the leader in windows and doors.
I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Sometimes injuries that may seem minor today affect you for the rest of your life. Not all injuries are visible. I've seen it too many times. A client hires the wrong attorney who just wants to get fast cash. You've already gotten hurt in the accident. Don't get hurt again. Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or give me a call at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Central Florida, my kids and I have been wanting to see you in a Kia for more than 20 years. Come join our family because we want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offer subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
It was a typical day in Central Florida until the word got out. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down. Just go to RC Hill. RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand and Ocala, where every vehicle is just a dime. Right, RC?
Yes, sir. 400 vehicles, one dime down. New Mitsubishi's just 15 grand. Even new Outlander SUVs, plus acres of pre-owned. They're all just one dime down.
And get 0% financing for 60 months.
Need credit? Just ask for credit amnesty. If you bring home $400 a week, you could get up to $30,000 in credit.
30 grand with only one dime down.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi, 2 locations in DeLand and Ocala.
Where it's a crime to pay more than a dime.
400 vehicles, one dime down.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
New 25 Outlander ES 32.2 dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get it Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that as we do every day. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello.
Big thanks to the guys over at Paisano for the pizza today. Huh?
Oh, yes.
Some cheesy pizzas, some big old pepperoni pizzas, and I saw out there you had their ziti today.
Yes, I did.
Very nice. Thanks, Paisanos. I know it's her 5-year anniversary today.
Yeah, and I didn't see pizza is my love language, so I like the fact that they brought us pizza. But they are celebrating 5 years at their Claremont location, and they have specials like all night long giving away free pizza and special deals. But there is something really cool that you can get at the website where we have centralfloridasaves.com. You can get a $50 gift card to Paisanos for just $25.
Nice.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Yeah, if you like the pizza, if you like the Italian food,
do you like half price food,
and you like saving money, a $50 gift card for just $25. Now they have locations throughout Central Florida. There's Windermere, there's East Orlando on Colonial Drive, but the Claremont location on State Road 50 in Claremont is where they have their 5th anniversary party tonight. So if you want more details, you just go to centralfloridasaves.com. Get the $50 gift card for just $25. They have a limited amount, but they still, they have like 85 right now, but I have a feeling that thing's going to sell out. Who doesn't like half-price pizza?
Yeah, who doesn't like half-price pizza? Especially when it's that good, pretty tasty.
Yes, and especially when it's on a Monday and they just took care of dinner.
On a Monday.
Paisanos.
Hey,
get your pizza there.
Bada-boo.
All right, so if you went to a hotel, let's say in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and you checked in, what are the things that you would expect to get for your daily rate? There are things you should expect from your hotel room every time you check in.
In Fort Lauderdale?
In Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Well, tell me anywhere, really. But this story is out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I would say a parking spot, but I don't think that's the case anymore.
You know what? I will tell you, I that isn't the case anymore. I had to valet my vehicle every single day in Clearwater this week because there are no public parking. You are scammed into parking at the hotel at $42 a day.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I tell you, you've never felt more like a baller than having your car brought up every day. That's baller world.
Okay, something you'd expect. How about a bed?
I'm going to go.
Beds are there, right? 100% bed.
Shampoo and conditioner.
Shampoo and conditioner are a given.
Yeah. A little bar soap, little hotel bar soap.
Coffee.
Maybe a coffee maker, right? Now, even in the worst hotels I've ever stayed in, they had some type of rudimentary way to make yourself a cup of coffee there in the morning. None of them, they don't have fridges, all of them. Most of them do have some kind of mini fridge these days.
That coffee maker is just enough coffee to help you get to the next coffee maker.
Exactly.
Right?
Or get you just mad enough.
So it motivate you enough to find the nearest coffee around you. A television.
I think a TV is a necessity.
Absolutely.
I think you can expect a television in your room.
Air conditioning.
Really?
Fort Lauderdale.
No.
Check this story out. Lady checks into her hotel in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Air conditioning in the room didn't work. She calls up to the hotel and says, "Hey, look, it's hot and humid in my room." She called the front desk. They said they could not fix the AC in her room immediately, but they'd be glad to upgrade her to a suite. She said, "I felt like a hostage." But that's exactly what she did. For $100 more, she had to upgrade to a suite to get AC in her hotel room in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It says most rooms in the U.S. include basics like AC, heating, electricity, running water, but her experience comes at an extra interesting time. The debate now is happening in a post-resort fee area that should your room include and not include, and AC actually made it on the list.
Well, I would
of the things you should... You maybe shouldn't expect in your hotel room.
If you're staying anywhere in a state like Florida, Texas, Louisiana, why would I stay in your establishment without AC when my house has it?
That's unbelievable, right?
And pay an extra $100. It sounds like you got me by the short hairs, and you know.
And that's exactly what happened. She was a keynote speaker in that hotel, so she was staying there for a reason, and she felt straight up like it was a bait and switch. Like they checked her into a hotel. And, she was a keynote speaker. It had to be in a hotel of some note. It had to have a conference room at least. I guess any of them could have that, right? It doesn't really say the hotel. It said this is kind of familiar to a South American trend that went over for a while, that if you went to a certain hotel chain in Brazil, that what would happen is you'd get in the elevator to go down to whatever's going on, and they would fake the elevator being broken and then charge you a $25 fee to use the elevator to get to where you're going.
Yeah.
They let her out of the elevator. The hotel employee demanded a $25 door opening fee.
Ha!
She said she had to pay because, again, she has to give this speech. So, what should you do? And it poses the question, what should your hotel room include? I can tell you, wherever it is, it doesn't matter. If it's in the Pacific Northwest, if it's in the far Northeast, your room should have AC. I don't care, or heat for that matter. You have to have two of those things, right? For sure you do. It says, but that's exactly what's happening. And they said this hotel apparently has been doing this for a little bit in Fort Lauderdale. I've never heard of a story of this. A lady says that she talks about a vacation rental in Hawaii a few years ago where the air conditioning was locked down and you had to pay an extra fee to enable the air conditioning.
Wow.
Damn.
Now, I know the Airbnbs that we've stayed in are militant about their AC.
Well, I've heard you can't change the thermostat, but at least it's working.
Yeah, they have locks on the thermostats where you can't move it, regardless of how well the house is or is not insulated. You don't know how it is. And we found one matter of fact, when we were scalloping, that room, that AC was set at like 75 in the dead of August. And we had like 7 people in the house. It was not cool.
Yeah.
Literally not cool.
Now, I know someone who has an Airbnb, and they said like they had to put in a stop because the person, like, people would come in and they just put it down in the mid 60s. It would just run the whole time.
Right.
Not good for the AC unit. So regardless of what you said I think the lowest they have it goes is 70.
Yeah.
Just like I know, like in hotels and a lot of resorts, that's why the AC goes off when you throw open the patio door. Because so often folks would open the patio door to their balcony but keep the air running in the room, and that just creates mold and mildew problems for the hotels. So now when you throw open that door, your AC shuts off.
Good.
We had a texter just said AC was included but broken. Things happen. That's incorrect. Yeah, it was broken, but here's the thing. They upgraded her to a room that cost more money.
And charged her.
If they were going to upgrade her to a room because their AC was broken, the least they should have done is offer it to her at the same price. It wasn't her fault that their AC broke.
And that's the problem I have.
Right.
This is no different than surge pricing.
Right, exactly. And what they say that should be considered is you should get daily housekeeping. You should get potable water. You should get basic toiletries, which is soap, shampoo, towels. Should never cost anything extra.
I trade that all for AC.
Yeah.
Same here.
And there's one other thing that nobody mentioned, and I can't believe it in this year. Nobody mentioned this, and I kind of tell you, I don't think this should be offered.
A bidet.
I think you should have to pay extra for this at a hotel. Of all the things you should have to pay extra for, this is the one that they say this should be one of those things that you get complimentary.
Ironing board.
No.
I said hairdryer.
Basic Wi-Fi. People believe that basic Wi-Fi in a hotel should be standard.
I
never rely on a hotel to have Wi-Fi.
And it's
I try to never use hotel Wi-Fi.
Exactly, because it's not exactly the most secure connection. That's the same here. And in turn down service, if I'm staying there a week or more, but outside of that, we can keep our just drop off fresh bath towels.
And it's so funny. Somebody said that when they were staying in a hotel in Glasgow, which is Scotland, right?
Yep.
When they checked in, when he checked out, they handed him a bill for tea, coffee, milk, and sugar. So all the stuff he used in his room to doctor up his coffee, they checked for and they charged him for.
See, now I just think that needs to be disclosed because as an American, those are things that would be considered complimentary and you wouldn't expect to be charged for.
Yeah. And it says that they're just getting super aggro with their surcharges, that they're able to put fees on everything. And, you see that on your receipts. Man, I don't know how much you guys read your receipts when you get stuff like if restaurants or places like that, and you read the receipts and all the crazy taxes and fees that are applied, $1 here, 50 cents there, 75 cents here. It looks like, your room cost is like $200 a night. And then all of a sudden you look at your bill and it's like $274. There's a impact fee. This fee, water fee,
cleaning fee,
county fee.
Yeah.
Says this summer it looks like hotels are trying to make up for the revenue they lost when they had to start telling the truth about their prices.
Oh.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Let's take a break. We'll talk to our buddy Brandon Kravitz with some sports. He went to Chicago and said he had an amazing experience, and Orlando has a lot to offer, a lot to learn when it comes to what to offer sports fans. We'll find what that has next.
You can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Emergency crews are fighting a vehicle fire blocking all lanes on I-75 southbound before State Road 44. Traffic is being diverted from I-75 southbound to State Road 484. Move over and slow down if you see crews on the roadways there. Your typical delays are starting to pile up on the major roadways, and the roadways are wet out there where I-95 meets I-4. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Time to be a hero. Tell your friends and family about my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. And here's what I mean by that. If you have somebody in your family or you have a pal or a friend that's getting to that age where you think, maybe they should kind of look at how they're doing internally, and especially if that friend or family has heart disease in their family history. Because I'll tell you, man, 1 of 3 people in this country will die of heart disease. And out of those 1 of 3 people, the very first symptom they'll get is sudden death. In other words, there are no warnings. You just drop dead. When you go to Life Imaging FLA and they give you that calcium score for your heart, pay attention to that. We had a 0, my wife and I. So did my in-laws. That's the best score you can have. We were very happy. But the cool thing is if there were issues, we have found them early. Now we can take that information to our primary care doctor, build a plan to keep us around forever. No dyes. You don't take your clothes off. This entire process only takes a few minutes. So call Life Imaging today. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. Here's how you make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say that keyword free heart scan. That's it, pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan and you will be connected in seconds. Make that call today, guys. Take control of your long-term health care. You have the option to receive one time out of a text message from iHeartMedia.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Lenovo and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Tech that hits different. Can your gear keep up with the beat? Lenovo PCs are built for creators, dreamers, and fans who don't hit pause. Visit Lenovo.com for the latest in AI PCs and game-changing tech.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
It all comes down to Daytona. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the Cup Series regular season finale in 2025. Last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400 saw Harrison Burton secure a playoff spot with his first career Cup Series victory by a margin of .047 seconds. Reigning back-to-back Daytona 500 champion William Byron will be looking to become the first driver since Jimmy Johnson to win both Daytona Cup races in a single season. Race fans, enhance your race weekend by adding the Hard Rock Bet Fan Zone and pre-race access. To get more information, go to the website DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or give them a call 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
Did you catch Luisito's header?
Yeah, I just recorded it on my new Samsung A36 5G phone I got for free at Total Wireless.
Oh, I'm actually live streaming the whole match with my new Samsung Tab A9 that I also got free at Total Wireless.
I got that tablet too.
And I got that phone too. We both got both.
Go!
Switch to Total Wireless and get both the Samsung A36 5G and the Samsung Tab A9 for free. For a limited time while supplies last, valid in store. Requires new phone activation on the Total 5G Unlimited plan or higher external port and ID verification and new activation on the Total 5G Unlimited 6-month tablet plan. Restrictions apply.
This year, fuel prices have been a bit of a roller coaster. Here in Orlando, drivers finally have some relief at the pump, but prices are likely to go up by the end of the summer. Well, you know what can make your ride smoother? The Upside app. With Upside, you can earn cash back on every fill-up, which means there's money to be earned even when gas prices are low. Upside earns you up to 25 cents per gallon at hundreds of locations like Circle K, Racetrack, and Shell. Download the app and see why millions of Upside users have racked up almost $1 billion in cash back earned. For a limited time, get a 25 cent per gallon bonus on your first purchase with promo code Orlando07. That's promo code Orlando07 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your next fill-up. With Upside, you can roll up to a nearby gas station and coast straight to cashback earnings. Don't forget to use promo code Orlando07. Upside. Cashback smarter. Offers vary by user and location. Terms and conditions apply. Go to upside.com for details.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Real estate investors, think your capital could be working harder? It can. Explore student and affordable housing investments with Icon America. With a high-yield monthly income starting as high as 8%, these investments are 1031 exchange eligible with no high broker-dealer commissions. Invest in proven properties near universities across more than 10 states, Utah to Florida. Visit icon1031.com or call 800-93-EXCHANGE. Again, that's 800-93-EXCHANGE. Past performance is no indication of future results. Investments involve risk. Consult your financial advisor before making financial decisions.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Happy birthday to Miss Tori Colbert of the Jim Colbert crew.
Yep.
Also, Ian Baker Finch is retiring from announcing from golf. This guy was so emotional. Everybody around him was so emotional. It made me emotional just watching him retire. It was like, man, that was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah, Finch I think he lived at Lake Nona for a long time. I believe he's down in South Florida now, and I think one of the most well-liked guys in the last 30 years of professional golf. That dude is absolutely revered, and not shocking at all that people got a little emotional when he retired. He is one of the sweetest dudes out there. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Every Monday at 4:20, this gentleman drops by from his usual job, which is talking sports over at 96.9 The Game. He does that from 3 until 6 every single day of the week and joins us for a few minutes here on Mondays. Guys, good and loud for Mr. Brandon Kravitz.
Yay! Woohoo!
BK.
Thank you. You guys are too kind.
BK.
That never gets old. You would think that gets old. It doesn't.
It doesn't, right? Getting the old hand clap, the old having all of Orlando hear you being applauded and woohoo.
The whole city.
Now he's the Windy City Broiler.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, what a weekend.
What takes you to Chicago, by the way?
Lollapalooza.
Yeah, Lollapalooza. Yes. I was like, why are all these naked high teenagers walking around?
Out there blowing giant vape balloon pins. And
that's when you know when you're older, when you're like, why are all these high, half-naked teenagers out here instead of, hot damn, I got here just in time.
You know, it was I will answer your question in a moment, but what was a really odd convergence was the final day we were there. We went to the Chicago Art Institute. Very fancy.
Oh, yeah. Swanky.
Very, very swanky. Very uppity, sort of, be snobbish. On your best behavior. But it's air conditioned, and it gets hot out there in the middle of the day in the summer, no matter whether you're in Orlando or Chicago, though it's much nicer there this time of year. But you had a lot of Lollapalooza kids that just wanted to do something before the concert started. And so you get these high college kids walking around the Art Institute, just killing time, freaking out over all the art.
And then all you hear down the hallways the entire day is, "Ooh, dude, check it." Ooh, dude, check this.
It was amazing. And at one point, we went to the top of the John Hancock building, which I thought I was in the Sears Tower. Apparently, those are two different buildings.
They are.
But anyway, I was at the top at the Cloud Bar, and you could actually see, if you look out one of the windows, you could see the concert going on.
No way.
Cool. It was the coolest thing.
Well, that's cool.
But what brought me there is I turned 40 in 2 days.
And happy birthday.
Thank you. My wife surprised me with a trip to Chicago. She told me about a couple of months ago and been looking forward to it ever since.
Had you been before?
I've been to Chicago a couple of times, just kind of passing through with my parents. This was about 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
My parents are great people, but it's not like we're staying downtown and getting drunk at night.
Right,
So
yeah.
It was a completely different experience, but it was my third time at Wrigley Field. I went, and one of the things that was timed out beautifully by my wife, Mallory, is not only were the Cubs playing, which is a prerequisite for planning a trip to Chicago because you have to go to Wrigley Field, whether you like baseball or not, but especially if you're a sports fan.
Right, yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's seriously one of those moments as a guy when you walk up the steps and then see the grass and the ivy in the outfield, you tear up a little bit. It feels like a Field of Dreams moment. But they were playing the Baltimore Orioles, and that's my team. So to see my baseball team at Wrigley Field is not something I've ever experienced. It was incredible. And the thing that I take away from the sports side of it.
That's not a win.
More than anything else. Well, they lost the game, which was unfortunate. But my God, does a scene like that put us to shame? I mean, it's honestly embarrassing. I would feel bad if somebody from Chicago came down to not to witness the sports themselves.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not talking about the action, the teams. If you like soccer, City's a good product. If you love basketball, the Magic are a good product. We don't have enough, but, if you want to watch college football, we got that too.
But the city's cultures aren't built around those entities.
The atmosphere around the building, and I understand this is what you're up against.
Yeah.
You are up against, you're talking about a city, forget about the history for a second. You're talking about a city that for months out of the year is shut down because it's so cold you can't leave your house or your apartment. And then when it gets warm, it's a perfect 75 and breezy. So these people are just running to any outdoor event because they're just happy to be outside. That's obviously not a thing in Florida. So that by itself is what gets people out. You're up against that. You're up against the history. The Cubs started playing baseball in 1904.
Yeah.
You can't compete with that.
You cannot. No.
What you can compete with is put a couple of bars around your arena or your stadium and make it feel like an enveloped sports atmosphere and environment, and is something that is sorely, sorely missing in this city. I'm not saying you can replicate Wrigleyville because it's nearly impossible, but you can try. There's a DraftKings sportsbook outside of the stadium. It's not like that's historic. They built that 3 days ago.
Exactly.
It was awesome.
I will tell you another market that I've not been to Chicago for. I've been to Chicago before, but not for a game or anything like that. Not that type of experience. But I have been to Denver for that experience, not only for a Broncos game, but for a Rockies game. And let me tell you what's very interesting. It's weird because we talk about this all the time. Did you happen to ride public transportation to that ball game?
I did.
Bro, let me tell you, that's where the party starts. When we got on the train going into Denver from my daughter's house, which is, by the way, walking distance from her apartment to the train terminal, walking distance from the train terminal to the ball field, walking back, riding the train. The party on the train is obnoxious. There are people already in mode when they get on that train. So it's dumping massive half-drunk fans out into the area. And you're right. The entire area surrounding Coors Field there is just a giant party scene. Like their party road where you go from bar to bar to bar, like our Orange Ave used to be and Church Street used to be, is exactly what it is. The entire circumference of that stadium. It's
Absolutely.
Great. You're 100% right.
The Kia Center is a fabulous building. I think the action inside is something that I'm lucky enough to see every single game that is played. I'm addicted to the action. I love it. But outside of that stadium is sad.
That is the plan. Directly outside of that stadium where the police station used to be, that area is supposed to be the new entertainment complex.
Well, that's what's frustrating. What? It's 2025.
That team's been around since 1989.
Exactly.
I think I remember the plans for that first being discussed at least 6-7 years ago.
Oh, sure.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I think when they kind of softly attempted that, and when Dwight Howard was here, part of the problem that they ran into was when the then Amway Center was built, Dwight Howard was still on the team. The All-Star game came here. We had a superstar, and right outside, the surrounding areas still weren't great, but right outside of the building, you had this strip where they had pizza places, they had a fun place for kids, they had a memorabilia shop, all those things that felt like you were kind of in the atmosphere of a sporting event. And I think because the team got so bad so fast, all of those businesses died out.
Yep.
But I am just of the belief that it's kind of go back to Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you create a vibe will be found. But it's never going to be found if you don't dump resources into it.
I agree, but the funny thing is we were in Clearwater this weekend and drove by the stadium, which is just, it looks like an old flea market now. It's like the roof is all tattered. It looks terrible. My wife knows nothing about sports or baseball and was commenting on how terrible it looked sitting there. And I think you're right, though. I mean, Chicago has 100 years, has 75, 85, 95, 100 years on us creating that vibe. We don't have that yet. They have an entire culture built around that. I mean, you got to think about it. I think it's a little harsh to come down on Central Florida for not being Chicago, because they're also not New York. We're not Chicago. We're not Boston. We're not Green Bay. We're not L.A. We're not Dallas.
Okay,
we're not these cities that. I mean, those cities are also 5 times the size of Orlando as well.
Green Bay certainly isn't.
No, Green Bay
I think
is not.
that they're a good example, even though Green Bay has history on their side. What you have on your side when you don't have history is newness. You can innovate. There are areas around Wrigley Field and parts of the park itself. They recently went through a round of renovations, and there are things that they can't change because the history is baked into that place so much.
Sure, yeah.
There are things that they want to deliver on that other new arenas can that they can't, because they're old and people like the fact that they're old.
I was going to say, but you have that legacy.
Here's an example. So I've been to Wrigley Field 2 times prior to when I went on Friday, and I went before the renovation. Going to the bathroom at Wrigley Field was a disgusting yet very memorable experience because you're bodied up to these rusty old troughs that felt like they were there from 1905.
That's like the old football stadium down here. That's what they had here before they went through the renovation.
The Citrus Bowl.
Yeah, when there was a Citrus Bowl, you had giant troughs. I've never been so traumatized.
So I go to the bathroom.
There's a grown man peeing into a trough. I'm next to other grown man peeing into a trough.
Right.
You can hear it hitting.
And it's one thing if it's a trough. It's another if it's a trough that Abraham Lincoln peed in.
Right, exactly. And it's metal. It wasn't even porcelain. My God,
Lincoln peed here.
It's like a cow feeder.
So I'm ready now. I'm a beer and a half in, and I have to use the bathroom. So I'm getting myself mentally prepared to go use the bathroom.
Oh, you broke the seal
to go see the atrocities.
I always break the seal too soon, and so I go. And mind you, this is now post renovation. They still have troughs, but they are the newest, nicest troughs you've ever seen in your life. This is what I mean by they can only change things so much because they have to cater to their history. And even when they build on top of their history, they have to make it look kind of historic, even though it's new. So that's great that they have that.
Yeah.
But what you have when you don't have to deal with that is that you can make everything new and innovative. And I just wish that we in this city put that sort of thought and effort into our sports, because I think there are probably people listening to this that they're not sports fans. They love your show. They're like, when is this guy Brandon going to go away?
I know I'm thinking that. Go ahead.
Even for non-sports fans, I think you have to admit that when your sports scene is on point, it makes your city cooler and better.
Zero question that's the case, because when Shaquille was here in town, there was a vibe. I remember when he came, there was a vibe here that was like none other. And I don't care about Dwight Howard. He didn't have the same vibe even close to what Shaquille brought, or Penny for that matter, or any of the other notable players that were here for periods of time. Those were the times you remember. Like it felt like we had something cool going because this person was here doing something cool. We felt like we were a part of it as Orlandoans. We really haven't had that for a minute.
Yeah. Okay. So, and this is part of my frustration is that I think as a city we are too reliant. And you could probably throw Tampa and Miami into this bucket as well. Way too reliant on needing to feel relevant and to have a star in order to create the atmosphere that you're looking for. It shouldn't take Dwight Howard being here for you to go, let's build some restaurants around the stadium.
Yeah.
That should just happen. When did you go to see a Rockies game? for my example.
It was a 3 years ago.
They have been the worst team in baseball for a good while now.
And the team was the stadium was 2/3 full. Two-thirds full.
And the atmosphere going in was remarkable.
Was great.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was affordable. The stadium is absolutely beautiful. Everything's easily accessible. You walk out of the stadium 100 yards onto the train and go wherever you want to go from there. It was great.
Go. And that's my point. You should not be dependent on how good your team is right now. You have a pro team. Make the most of it, because there's no guarantee that you get to keep them forever.
Yeah.
Just ask Tampa.
And we knew what life was like without it. And it was way different in Orlando without that team. And I'd only been here a few years beforehand, but it wasn't. Definitely did not have the vibe that it had when the Magic came around.
This is me. This is my plea to. I hear Buddy Dyer on the sound speaker as I'm taking the terminal train back to the parking lot. My plea to those city leaders is be appreciative of the sports teams you have. Understand the mark that makes on your city, and actually create an atmosphere around those teams. Not one that's going to rival Chicago, because that's asking a whole heck of a lot, but just one that feels special and unique to Orlando. Give this city the personality it deserves.
And I think all of the markets you're talking about also usually have 3 professional teams, right? Almost every one of them. We have the Magic, and we have Orlando City, which is it is a professional team, but we're not talking the big 3. We don't have baseball, we don't have football either, and almost every market that we're talking about that has that vibe are not only historic markets, but they also have 3 brands that they can sell you, and some of them have 4 because Chicago, Boston, and those other and New York all have hockey teams as well that people follow militantly. I mean, so we don't have that, and I know it's tough, and I do understand what you're saying. Also, our cultural stuff is not walkable. And a lot of the cultural stuff in those big cities are walkable as well.
Yeah, and there's just no way around that. We need to, I think, become more comfortable with public transportation, but it's going to be a while before we get there. Floridians just aren't used to that.
Yeah, just tough for sure. What sports did you see this weekend that you enjoyed?
So I really was excited Saturday night to kick back and watch the Bristol Motor Speedway baseball special. It was the Braves and the Reds. They were playing baseball at a raceway. Every year, the last couple of years, they've had a game that's a special game at a unique place. 2 years ago, it was the Field of Dreams game. Field of Dreams, by the way, mentioned 3 times on this segment today. And then for those playing the game at home. And then last year, they played at one of the historic Negro League stadiums. And then this year's at Bristol Motor Speedway. And they put so much work into making this place look like it was ready for a baseball game. A lot of logistical effort that goes into that. Fans are all excited about it. I think they sold something like 90,000 seats.
Damn.
People were pumped about this. The Braves had flames on their hats, and the Reds had checkered flag on the brim of their hat. They did a really good job promoting this, and then down came the rain.
Oh, no.
Something that it's just you just can't deal with in baseball. There are other sports, pretty much the rest of them, that if you play outdoors and it rains, you just keep playing.
That's right.
Well, with the clay in baseball, you just can't do that. So they tried to start the game about 45 minutes after it was set to start, and then 1 inning in, they had to pause the game again because of torrential downpours. People planning their whole weekend around this. I was excited as a spectator to take this in, and unfortunately, it did not happen. So that was one thing that I paid attention to, that they played the game on Sunday afternoon, but at that point, the pop of the hype had fizzled out completely.
The vibe is gone, baby.
Yeah, it was just like, all right, just get the game over with. The preseason started for the NFL, so the Chargers blew out the Lions in the game that matters the least of all of the games all year long. But football was on our screens, and that's what matters.
That is already that conversation is already happening. My wife had a little birthday party last night. We invited a number of friends over, and the males gathered, as they will.
Oh, did they?
And the smell of football is just starting to tingle across the forest, and you can hear it. And man, people are already just starting to ramp it up, man. Dude, just cannot wait. Our Christmas starts in September.
No doubt,
late August now. But yeah, man, it's everybody is absolutely agog about this season already.
For me, the way that the year kind of takes form once football season starts, we flip the calendar to August. Usually not long after that, we get the Hall of Fame game. This year it came at the back end of July, which was unique. My birthday is on the 6th, so that marks a circle on the calendar day for me. And then shortly after that, you start to get more preseason football, full slates. I'm watching rookies for the first time with their new helmets on. And then Starbucks releases the pumpkin spice latte. And then it smells and tastes like football because we get pumpkin flavored stuff.
That's right.
It's not just about the latte, but Starbucks usually, because they know that the basics out there want the PSL. They drive to Starbucks for the PSL.
The PSL,
and they
I
deliver
love it.
that thing early, and it starts to smell like football, taste like football, look like football. And by the end of the month, we're gonna have UCF playing. We're gonna have the Florida Gators playing. FSU plays Alabama in week 1. I cannot wait.
I want to make sure this is on the record. So, sports fanatic and hero Brandon Kravitz says football only starts with pumpkin spice latte.
It's about the taste of pumpkin.
For the basics.
I want to make sure that everybody understands that's how you feel, that's representative of the beginning of football season. Not the cracking of a beer. Not that.
Well, I do that all year, though.
Yeah.
Good save.
Thank you, Dev.
Good save.
He tried.
I know most sports people you bring on would talk about the bourbon they pour in their thermos or something like that, but no,
not you.
I'm as honest as they come, and I like a good PSL during football season.
Debbie likes them Kettle One and his Poppy.
But don't worry, because I butch it up by telling them no whipped cream.
Okay, very
All
good.
right,
Look
yeah.
at you. Very nice.
I do have some sense of pride, but
There's your flannel shirt.
I love when they pour a little extra nutmeg on there.
Oh, we just took it back. We gave you a scarf instead. Very nice. You guys give it up good love for Brandon Kravitz.
Yay!
Zoneheadsmedia.com. I'm taking the day off in terms of any bets being placed. Went a little wild over the weekend. It's a lot of fun, by the way, partaking in the promotional offers in states that have legal sports betting and a bunch of sports books. It's something, hit me up off to the side. I'll tell you how to game the system. But Zoneheads Media, maybe I'll write an article about it. Zoneheadsmedia.com.
Zoneheadsmedia.com. Go check it out. All right, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys.
You got a minute. All right, we'll take a little break. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Man, like, we were just messing around about the chicken, and he got really angry. I was like,
okay,
I was just playing with Ryan.
I honestly did get mad about that because Ryan was making me mad. Because everything I said he was poo-pooing on, and I was really getting ticked off. Now, that might be because I was worried about my wiener.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This week's going to be stormy. Yeah, we're going to have morning sunshine, a fast warm-up, 90 by lunchtime, high today 95, then a 60 to 70% chance for thunderstorms. Gusty winds, lots of lightning, and this will be a trend that lasts all week long. You know, a lot of us actually need the rain, and it looks like we have a pretty decent chance of getting a lot of rain. Could be a little bit more than we want. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at the Nickley Group. Look, if you are in the real estate world in any way, shape, or form, if you're buying, if you're selling, you got to get with the Nickley Group. Here's why. They're the best in Central Florida on average. They get about 6% more for their listings than their competitors, and even better, they sell those homes twice as fast as their competitors. 4,500 plus homes sold here in Central Florida, and they have 4,000 five-star reviews on Google. And when you throw in their VIP program, guys, free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and they even have an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they get listed. And if you're a seller out there, if you want the most for your house, if you're a buyer, these guys also have all the boxes checked. They can find anything you need in the Central Florida area and get you multiple listings to look at. They're just really good at what they do. They even have an guaranteed cash offer. That's right. If you don't want to deal with any of this stuff, no showings or open houses, and you can close that deal in just 14 days. It's the nickley.com. That's NICKLEY group.com.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Mix and match scents to create your own unique scent combo that is as unique as you are. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Can you believe it's already August? Kids getting ready to go back to school, and we're heading into the height of the hurricane season, and that's why having the right windows and doors makes such a difference. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact Windows and Doors are engineered to withstand high-velocity impacts, providing enhanced protection against flying debris during storms, keeping your home and family safe and secure. Candace says, very professional and hardworking team. I love my new windows. Thank you, RBA. Take advantage of their triple savings month, $300 off windows and $825 off patio doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Bonus offer, the first 50 callers get a free True Scene insect screen upgrade. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Okay, you've got to hear this. Elvis Duran caught up with Karol G about her new album, teaming up with her childhood hero, Shakira, and the wild story of her jumping into the Hudson River thinking it was the ocean. Then, Jay Shetty sits down with Common for a powerful conversation about healing and purpose and how he turned pain into poetry. It's real, it's raw, and it's seriously inspiring.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Daytona Beverages and Bud Light celebrate our local heroes. We continue to meet sacrifice with hope for America's first responders and military families with our Folds of Honor Local Heroes Challenge. A portion of proceeds from every Bud Light sold this summer will be donated locally to Folds of Honor to fund scholarships for military and first responder families. Look for festive Bud Light summer displays at your favorite retailers. Purchase Bud Light and raise one for our heroes this summer. Daytona Beverages is locally owned and operated out of Volusia County.
Considering a 1031 exchange or seeking steady, high-yield monthly income? Explore student housing and low-income housing investments with Icon America. Cash flow starts at 7.5% monthly. Our properties near the University of Utah and Purdue are fully occupied. Benefit from low fees by eliminating high broker deal commissions. Call 893-EXCHANGE, 893-EXCHANGE, or visit icon1031.com. Past performance is no indication of future results. Investment involves risk. Consult your financial advisor.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
So Wrigley is definitely on my bucket list, and even more so now, just knowing the kind of atmosphere and fun around that stadium, which reminds me so much of Fenway in Boston. Yawkey Way, every single street around the ballpark is just filled with atmosphere and fun and food and bars and just all sorts of stuff to do before and after the games. And yeah, seems like Orlando is lacking. Big T out.
Hey, do you know who does have what BK is talking about here in Florida?
Jacksonville Jaguars have done a really good job with that stadium out around Talleyrand, bars, restaurants, memorabilia. And every time a game comes up, man, they show up. They put out tents, games for the kids, passing competition. Like, it's a good time, inside and outside the stadium.
I would agree with that. I think maybe a little bit spoiled here in Orlando. And, Jacksonville is more of a rural area. I mean, you think about that, where you have to go from Jacksonville to see a professional sporting game.
Yeah.
It's Atlanta or Orlando, correct? That's it. It's Atlanta, because you can't get to New Orleans from there that fast. It's like 8 hours to New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's like 5.5 hours to Atlanta. And from Orlando, it's like 3 hours. So, I mean, you think about that. They're stuck up there in North Florida. Nothing happens. Surrounded by poverty. All those counties up there are the poorest in Florida. So when something comes into town, and they're right, because when concerts would come into town, the monster truck shows, man, the entire North Florida area would empty out and go to Jacksonville and enjoy those shows because there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
In Tampa, you have multiple things. In Orlando, more than multiple things. And in Miami, it's one of the most desirable cities in the U.S.
I know when Shad Khan bought the Jaguars, the concern was that he was going to take the team out of Jacksonville with that London connection.
Right,
and the fact that every time their NFL is playing in Europe, Jacksonville is always one of the teams involved.
They have a great record over there, too.
However, they, they're building a new stadium, which is why Orlando's in the mix to maybe get some of the games for that season when they are actually physically building that stadium. To that listener's point, they're going to continue to add more to that if they get when they get that stadium going.
But he is right, though. I mean, if you talk to Rick, our buddy Rick, who is our PD here in the entire building, he's from that Jacksonville area, loves Jacksonville, is up there like a lot. Actually, runs a couple of the iHeartMedia stations up there in Jacksonville, and he's up there quite a bit. And he would tell you the same thing. Those people are passionate about stuff, but when it comes into town, they appreciate every concert, every event that comes into town, and they're packed. There's actually a venue under that Jacksonville stadium. Did you know that?
No.
There's like a concert venue under the bleachers of the stadium, I believe. And it's called, I forget what it's called, but a lot of bands that you would have known play there because I think it sits like 2,000 people. So even when they have those shows and there's no football game, it's standing room only. It's a madhouse. And all the walking areas that we've taken when we've gone up there for gigs in Jacksonville, all the walking areas are all surrounded by little bars and restaurants and stuff. So he's 100% right. J-Ville doing it right.
I saw Springsteen there one time. It's a venue that they don't have anymore. It was like this mini Coliseum.
It was the Coliseum, yeah.
But it only held like 10, 12,000 people. It was tiny.
That's where every show when I was in high school was, at the Coliseum. You want to go see Iron Maiden at the Coliseum?
Yeah, it's weird because I remember I was on the floor, but just looking around, I'm like, this place is not big.
Yeah. And it's funny because Jacksonville does have a football legacy, but it's not professional football. For years, Florida played Georgia. Was it Florida and Georgia played there in the biggest cocktail party in the world, whatever, and they would play at this neutral stadium in Jacksonville.
I think they had the Knicks that name.
Yeah, I think they did too. But, I mean, it would be no reason for them to play there because they both had home stadiums, but they would play in Jacksonville, and that thing would turn out to be a massive hit.
Because it was more neutral ground between the two, where you could draw from both.
Right, both SEC teams.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. 77031 is how you text us. If you'd like to leave a talkback, that's easy as well. That's what you hear when we play those recorded segments of people just giving their comments. You do that easily. Just get to the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send it over. By the way, I have vacation mouth. So
you mean you might stumble on some words?
God. Yeah, I mean, more than usual. I already have a problem with it going too fast, but man, I mauled that Nickley Group ad. God almighty. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. NickleyGroup.com. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. I haven't been out to Disney in a while, but one of my favorite ways when I would go to the park when I was younger, and it really wasn't that, really not that many times at all, but the last time I went as an adult, I would always ride the ferry over to the park rather than take the monorail.
Oh, that's my favorite way.
I would take the monorail home because you'd be hot and sweaty, and the monorail was the first air conditioning you would get as you were leaving the park. You could actually cool down a little bit before you had to walk to the parking lot, right? But going over, I liked the ferry because it was kind of cool. It was older. It took you a little more time. It was just something kind of nostalgic about it. Well, this past weekend, and I will tell you, I didn't even know this could happen because I thought all of that stuff was on tracks. I really did. I thought all of the ferry boats were on tracks, and they really never floated. They were just being basically railed across this lake, because it's all man-made.
Right.
And they were just taking a rail across this lake, and nothing could happen. That is not the case.
No, it is not.
I guess the General Joe Potter ferry this past week was sailing across the lake, taking passengers over in a torrential rainstorm kind of hit while it was happening, and dude ran the boat into the dock. And apparently it wasn't cool. Apparently, like some kids were thrown onto the ground. Apparently, the impact was so bad that a stroller flipped over and face planted a kid.
Yeah, a lot of passengers called it, quote, chaotic.
Yeah, total chaotic. I've never heard of anything like. Look, at Disney, you have those issues with the things you can't control.
Right.
We've heard of a few of those things over the years. Disney is one of those places that's pretty buttoned up. They don't let much stuff like this happen on property. If it does, it rarely gets out. And like I said, I did not know that these cruise boats, these river boats, were actually floating boats that actually had a captain. I think that sounds like crazy. Of all the things that Disney maintains and controls, ultimately, they're allowing a river boat to go across the lake with customers?
I mean, but think about it. This is the first time we've heard of an issue, and it was most likely because of the torrential storm they were battling.
It was, and you are 100% right. I've not heard any issues with the river boats, but did you think they were on tracks, Jack?
No.
You didn't?
Not the river boats.
Yeah, because the Tom Sawyer Island boat was on a track.
Yeah, but
and that's going around a little thing. I understand that.
The riverboat isn't a ride. It's more of a ferry, right?
Yeah, it's a ferry, right.
Yeah,
but even then, I thought it would be on a track or something.
Maybe nowadays if they built it, it would. But back then, I don't know. It's been going for 50 years, right?
Yeah, it's been for a long-ass time, dude. That's crazy. When I read the story, I was throttled. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Hey, I get that, throttled. Oh, nice play on words.
I was like, what is that, man? I thought for sure like everything at Disney was so uber controlled that there would be no possibility of injury or any human error, that they would basically factor that out by the engineering, but not the case.
No, and then when you add in, sudden weather that shows up, they're not prepared for it, just trying to get the guests back to the dock as quickly as possible. You make one miscalculation, right?
Yeah, man. That is crazy. You know what the funny thing is like, so you have to be a legit captain? Like, this is not just a Disney employee then. So
I don't know. I don't know if it has to do with nautical distance that you're traveling in order to be classified as a captain.
But you're the captain of a boat with like, how many people does that boat hold? A couple hundred?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're captaining you're driving a couple hundred people across the lake on a boat.
Yeah.
You have to have a captain's license of some sort.
What, 4.5 miles an hour?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It kind of does.
It doesn't.
I think it does.
I don't think it does at all. I wonder if you have to have like a legit captain's license to drive a Disney ferry.
Does it matter if you're on a man-made lake?
No, it doesn't.
All right.
You're the captain.
What about if it's only 4 feet deep?
You can still die. You can die in a foot of water.
That's true.
That's a great question. That's a great question. Do you have to have a legitimate captain's license to captain a Disney ferry boat?
How do you get a captain's license?
Oh, you go to school for it. You do. You go to school for it. No, it's a college, dude. I'm telling you, it's a thing.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I think it takes a couple years, depending on the vessel size and what you have to do and the waterway that you navigate. Because it's just like trucking. I believe you have different like stickers or licenses for different kind of situations. Like if you drive a tractor trailer, you have to have a special license to pull hazmat.
Yeah, a texter says the captain's status is determined based on the size of the vessel, the tonnage and length of the boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but also it'd have to be.
So that would be a big boat.
Yeah, you bet your ass. It's a
ferry.
It's a mock-up of a riverboat. That's exactly what they look like.
It says yes, you have to have a real captain's license. It's based on tonnage and length of the boat.
Yeah.
I've got the tonnage covered.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in 1 sec.
I do.
Your next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Vegas is just minutes away on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic starting to get by now on I-75 southbound approaching State Road 44, although emergency crews are still on the roadways. Move over and slow down. Multiple lanes are blocked on I-4 eastbound approaching Darrell Carter Parkway. There's a crash getting cleared up there. Look out for an accident causing a bit of commotion on State Road 44 near Highway 46A. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the regular season finale. With everything on the line, expect plenty of drama, chaos, and everything in between. Don't miss some of the most exciting racing of the season as drivers go all out to keep their championship hopes alive at the World Center of Racing. Only 16 playoff spots are up for grabs, and anything could happen as the stage is set for NASCAR to crown a champion. It all comes down to Daytona, Friday, August 22nd and Saturday, August 23rd. Get tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Stuck in a car you hate? We'll set you free, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Celebrate your love this summer at International Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway on us. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time at IDC. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get that engagement ring and let IDC buy your honeymoon. Here's how it works. If you spend $3,500, IDC will give you a 3-day, 2-night hotel getaway with a $100 Visa card for spending. Choose from a dozen romantic cities. Or spend $5,000 on her jewelry and IDC will give you a 3- or 4-night luxury cruise for 2. Spend $10,000 and you'll get a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale tropical all-inclusive resort. Choose from 4 countries. Listen, if you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, or just want to get away for some romance, IDC has it covered. You buy the ring, we'll give the getaway. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Mullet Millennial, and Waterford Lakes.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with factory direct hurricane impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Sealand here, and at Reese they've been installing affordable, high-quality impact windows for over 50 years. And most impact windows are installed in less than 8 weeks, and now you can win them for free. Just text the word WOW to 20129 for your chance to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. That's WOW to 20129.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword Vegas to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Literally 30 minutes into a drive home to Alabama from Denver. Hung out with a buddy of mine that lives in downtown. Walked to 2 baseball games, restaurants, parks, bars. So much fun. Everything accessible. You can use scooters, electric bikes, plenty of ways to get around that city. Super easy, highly recommended. 80 degrees.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval.
Jimmy,
the venue you're talking about up here in Jacksonville is called Daly's Place.
Daly's Place, that's
It's actually connected to the stadium with like a little walkway bridge. And Florida, Georgia is still played here. They've only missed, I think, 2 games that they haven't played up here in Jacksonville. It is the greatest week, I think, in Jacksonville's history is when Florida, Georgia comes to town. It is a blast, and it'll be here forever.
The concert venue in the Jag Stadium in Jacksonville is called Daly's Place. I know that because last year for my birthday, my pregnant wife took me there to see Wu-Tang, Nas, and De La Soul, and it was awesome.
Damn, dude, you get the coolest girlfriend ever.
Who's this pregnant wife?
Pregnant wife, dude.
Wife, my bad.
You know how much trouble that can cause.
Oh, yeah, you know. Man, Wu-Tang and Nas in the same show? Oh, damn. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
This ferry debate kind of took off a little bit. The texting service lost its damn mind.
Yeah.
And we had a caller on a second ago, but I guess he dipped because we were on hold a little too long.
Yeah, well, he said that he was on the ferry once when it happened, when it kind of bumped in for a landing before, a few years back. And he said, so it's not the first time it happened. And he goes, when it happened to him, this was, pre-pandemic. He said it was, weather was definitely not a factor.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's wild because, not only one of the complaints I heard, we don't hear a lot of complaints about Disney because Disney really is pretty buttoned up. The one thing you do hear as a local about Disney, if you guys are just moving into town and you haven't really heard any of the lore, is that nobody actually gets hurt on Disney property. Right. And if you fall and hurt yourself or anything happens in the park, they will pretty much quickly get you what they call backstage. Which is they'll take you behind one of those little fences so nobody can see you, and they'll administer care there. What I did hear about this case that was not very positive for Disney was that when the accident happened, there really was no guidance from the employees on what they should do. They were just told to disembark, get off the boat, and that was it. No directions on what happened, no nothing. There was really no direction from the employees other than get off the boat. That was the only thing negative I heard about this scenario. Somebody did text in and say that those boats are on track, but that was only one person that said that, so maybe they don't know what they're talking about. And then a number of people also said that they didn't think there were any requirements for the ferry thing, that maybe you just had to be trained there at Disney, and that Disney would train you how to run the boat, and that would be it.
We had quite a few people that said, no, you do need a captain's license to man that boat.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Disney issues, or
what, like they make up their own?
Yeah. And where do you get that? Is this the state?
That's what I asked you before the break.
Is that what you're saying with the Coast Guard?
Yeah,
does the state do it?
How does anyone get a captain's license? Like it would have to be the state. No?
Well, to get a driver's license, you go to the state.
Yeah.
To get a truck driver's license, though, do you go to the you get an accreditation from a truck driving school like MTA or something, right? And then you take that to the state and take the test.
I would imagine it'd be either something through the Coast Guard or the FWC.
It would have to be that, wouldn't it? It would have to be either FWC or Coast Guard. I guess that would also be dependent on what kind of vessel you are planning to captain. Like I don't have to have a captain's license to drive a bass boat or like just any of these little boats you get.
Well, somebody texted us at 77031. I piloted the ferry in 2008 to 2011, retired in 2021. They have 3 styles of boats, with ferry being the last trained on about 6 to 12 months in, 2 weeks training per boat. Only required license is a driver's license due to private-owned lake. Returned in 2021, 6 hours of retraining, minimal interaction with managers, online interaction.
Wow, really? Now, somebody also said that one of the reasons they thought that you had to have a certain captain's license is because you're not the only vessel on that lake. If you'll remember, they also have those little speedboats that you can rent and zoom around that lake. And I know that because last time I took the ferry over, there were a number of them zipping around the lake while we were doing that.
Well, I would imagine, again, it being that it's a private-owned lake, it wouldn't be under state jurisdiction.
Interesting.
It's a man-made
Nailed
lake.
it. Yep.
Wow. Would have never thought about that. So they basically, Disney can train those people internally, and it's basically looked at as a ride then, not really a boat then per se. It's almost literally considered a ride, and they just have to train them how to run the ride?
It's not technically an attraction. It is a mode of transportation. So again, I think it's just because it's private property. It's a man-made lake. So then I think that's how Disney's able to make their rules.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. I would have never thought that.
You've never worked for Disney.
I never worked for Disney. You're 100% right.
You learn a whole bunch of stuff.
How buttoned up they are?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. You know, we always get told not to do certain things. Is this our ferry guy, Jack? I think it might be.
Possibly.
Yeah, we're getting him back on here in a second. So, Deb, do you take showers during lightning storms? During
Absolutely
rainstorms?
not. Water is too much of a conductor of electricity.
Is this our ferry guy?
No, it's not. It's a guy named Bob, and he's getting into his story. But I told him we have a show to do.
Okay, very nice. When I was 17,
it's like you could tell Jim. I'm like, oh no, not one of these.
we
not
used to
one
do
of
it
these.
back in the day. Hey, let
tell
Jim know.
Jim this.
Yeah. Jack, do you shower during lightning storms? Do you pay attention to those myths?
Okay, do I? No. But my wife makes sure I do.
Oh.
Like, pay attention. She's like, she always warns me, and then I'm like, oh, come on, I'll be quick. I'll be quick.
Nope.
I don't do it either. And again, it's just one of those things that I heard my grandmother say enough that it just, even if a scientist said there's no chance of you getting shocked while taking a shower, I probably still wouldn't do it because my grandmother said it's possible.
And that's it. That's who told me, was an old Floridian who was like, man, you don't. I mean, when she was growing up, her grandmother wouldn't let them use the toilet, wash their hands, wash dishes, use no water, and stay away from windows.
And my grandmother was kind of the same way. She wouldn't wash dishes, would not go near anything that had a pipe conduit that was going in the ground because just would not do it. Was terrified of doing it for sure. Well, there was a gentleman named Christian Howard. He's in Holly Springs, and he got shocked. Now, he's in North Carolina, and he got shocked. Lightning hit near his house, and he was shocked. Now, he wasn't electrocuted per se. I don't know the difference there. Electrocuted means is that dead?
Right, to be electrocuted, I think you're deceased from the charge.
So shocked is you lived, electrocuted is you died. Okay, so he was shocked. He did not die from this, but there is video of him getting hit.
Really?
There is video of this happening. What do you think he was doing?
Urinating.
Washing his hands.
No.
Brushing his teeth.
No.
Pooping.
Gaming.
No.
Whoa.
It came through his headset.
Wait, his headset it wasn't wireless.
Dude.
It was wired.
Jack, I'm going to send you this.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to send you this thing real quick. And I want you to throw it up at JimColbertLive.com so people can see. And like bigger than crap, this guy gets hit by this. Now, again, he when you see him react to it, it's almost like somebody just turned the volume up real loud without him knowing it. You know those videos you see online?
Right.
When you're looking through and it'd be like a car just driving through the country and then that screaming witch would come out like that. It's that kind of reaction. I just sent it to Jack. So go to JimColbertLive.com and you can watch this happening. He said, but basically what was happening, he was gaming during a lightning storm, and as he was gaming, you can see him on his headset kind of leaning into the thing, and then out of nowhere, you see a flash, and then he throws his headset off. He got hit while gaming.
So, speaking of lightning, did you hear about the lightning bolt from 4 days ago?
No.
Do you know how long it traveled?
Oh, no. How?
You want to take a guess?
Oh, I don't know. A couple hundred miles?
515 miles.
God, wow. Watch this guy right here.
Yep. Oh, he looks like our own Jaden.
Yeah, he does look like Jaden. By the way,
yep.
How about that?
Oh.
How about that, dude?
Ow.
How about that? Look at that reaction, dude. Boom! Look at that.
It's interesting. So his headset was off of his ears. I wonder what would have happened if it had been on his ears, because you look, he still got shocked and throws his headset off.
I wonder if he did get shocked, because it looks like the lightning just hit really close to the house, maybe just scared the piss out of him, and he just said he got shocked. But it looks like he got hit, though, didn't he?
That flash makes it look like something happened. It looks like he got burned.
Yeah, he said he didn't have any symptoms from it, no burns or marks or anything like that from it happening. And he says, he goes, bro, I just got struck by lightning. Bro. Yeah, I did not know that could happen.
I did not either.
I did not know that you could get shocked while gaming.
Well, I do know that you can get shocked but this isn't an issue anymore. When you used to have a landline phone,
right,
that would be another thing they would tell you not to be on during now, if you had a cordless phone, that would be different. But if you had anything wired into the house, don't be on it.
How many people have died this year from lightning strikes in 2025 nationally?
7.
That's such a good guess.
11.
12 is the answer.
All right.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
The chances of being
2 in Florida, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they don't list where they were, but the chances of being struck by lightning. It actually, can I tell you, it's way easier. It's way easier to get struck by lightning than to win the lottery.
Yeah,
and the lottery is like 1 in 300 million or something.
So 1 in 100 million.
I was going to say 1 in 100,000, especially in Florida.
It's 1 in 1.4 million. 1 in 1.4 million every year to get struck by lightning. And I will tell you, I think that's kind of a weird number, because look, if you want to get struck by lightning, you can get struck by lightning. Because when it starts storming, if you just go out and do the right things, you will increase your chances dramatically.
Grab a 7-iron.
Yeah, play golf, right? Exactly, anything like that.
One of the saddest deaths recently was a young couple here celebrating their honeymoon, and the husband was standing in ankle-deep water over
New Smyrna Beach.
New Smyrna Beach, yeah. Just in ankle-deep water. There wasn't a storm cloud in Volusia County. Everything was back over by Orlando, standing in ankle-deep water, struck by lightning.
Struck him directly?
In the water near him. Killed him.
Oh, yeah, it's all, yeah.
He wasn't, here celebrating his honeymoon. Skies are blue and sunny. He's in ankle-deep water. There's not a threat in the sky.
June 20th.
June 20th.
Wow.
And then everything changed in just a matter of seconds.
Unbelievable.
I'm terrified of lightning.
I am too. I had one really bad experience on the golf course with it, and I'd been told, oh man, this is such a funny / sad story / funny, it makes me look like a dick story.
Have you ever sat on a golf course and done what they told you, which is to put on all fours and put your butt in the air?
No, it's worse than that.
Oh God.
So I'd been told by my buddies, because I just started playing golf, I was probably a couple of years into the game, completely a rube. But the two dudes I grew up playing with were great players in high school. One went on to be a PGA Tour player, and the other one is still one of the most revered amateurs in all of Central Florida. And I grew up playing with those guys, and we were on number, I think, 4 at Dubsdread playing one afternoon in the summer, of course, and it was about to storm, but we were young and virile and did not care. We were unbeatable. I mean, the sky was literally black, one of those storms that rolls in.
Right.
We thought we could squeeze that 9 holes in. And I remember being told on the first tee, hey, look, if you feel, because we had metal spikes back then, this was back way before plastic spikes for golf. So your shoes literally had metal spikes on the bottom that went into the earth, kind of grounding you a little bit.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You make a great lightning rod,
Jimmy. Conduit, right? And they said, hey, look, if you feel the hair on your arms standing up, you got to hit the ground and get your spikes off the ground, right? That's the only thing I heard. We're on number 4, and I'm in the fairway. We're walking. We couldn't afford carts at the time. We're walking, and I looked over at my buddy, and he's about to hit his shot, and my other buddy is standing there with me, and out of nowhere, my effing arm hair just stood up on its end, and what did I do? Upside down turtle.
Left your friend still swinging his iron in the wind, did you?
I literally hit the ground and turned over and just turtled. Just got just up on my back and just got all my extremities as far away from the ground as possible. And my God, they laughed until they peed themselves.
I was going to say, damn, that was before instant photo.
Oh my God, yeah.
Social media.
None of that. No cell phones, nothing.
No, we need that.
Got away with that one, that's for sure. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Is leaving your garage door open good for your power bill? I'll tell you next.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traffic's using the shoulder to get by now on I-75 southbound, approaching State Road 44, although crews are still diverting traffic from the interstate to State Road 484. Crews have moved that accident off to the shoulder now on I-4 eastbound, approaching Darrell Carter Parkway. There's a serious accident getting cleared up here on State Road 44 near Highway 46A. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
DQ presents the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. 4 white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ signature country gravy. For crunch time, get the DQ Chicken Strip Basket delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
Oh, boys and girls, the Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to you by We Are Beyond a Bank. That's right, name change. WeAreNotTheBanks.com is now bigger and better than before, and they have a new website, WeAreBeyondABank.com. It's still Brad Siebert and his great team. They've partnered with Luminate Bank and are now more flexible than before, licensed in all 50 states. We Are Beyond a Bank still has primary focus of mortgages, getting you the money you need, whether it's purchasing your dream home. You can do that with their Move Up Buyers program, construction loans, commercial lending, refis. Contact Brad Siebert at WeAreBeyondABank.com or pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and keyword Luminate. That's pound 250 and the keyword is Luminate. NMLS ID number 150953, Equal Housing and Fair Lending.
Carl Black Chevrolet wants to send you and a friend to Nashville to see country music icon Dwight Yoakam live in concert on Tuesday, September 9th. Log on to carlblack.com/trip for your chance to win 2 lawn seats to see Dwight Yoakam at Ascend Amphitheater in Nashville. Round-trip airfare and 2 nights deluxe hotel accommodations at the Omni Hotel Nashville are included. Carl Black Chevrolet will also put $200 spending cash in your pocket. Log on to carlblack.com/trip for your chance to grab a pair of lawn seat tickets to see Dwight Yoakam in Nashville, plus spending cash, round-trip airfare, and deluxe hotel accommodations. Carl Black Chevy Buick GMC Orlando, 11500 East Colonial Drive, and online at carlblackorlando.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet, now offering customers 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
It all comes down to Daytona. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the Cup Series regular season finale in 2025. Last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400 saw Harrison Burton secure a playoff spot with his first career Cup Series victory by a margin of 0.047 seconds. Reigning back-to-back Daytona 500 champion William Byron will be looking to become the first driver since Jimmy Johnson to win both Daytona Cup races in a single season. Race fans, enhance your race weekend by adding the Hard Rock Bet Fan Zone and pre-race access. To get more information, go to the website DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or give them a call, 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing,
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you stuck with medical bills after an accident that wasn't your fault? I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay, not you. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Okay, you've got to hear this. Elvis Duran caught up with Karol G about her new album, teaming up with her childhood hero Shakira, and the wild story of her jumping into the Hudson River thinking it was the ocean. Then Jay Shetty sits down with Common for a powerful conversation about healing and purpose and how he turned pain into poetry. It's real, it's raw, and it's seriously inspiring.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
Radio 104.1.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, happy Monday, crew. Thinking about the lightning and not taking a shower during storms. Yeah, that could have been an issue. The biggest thing is how recent your house is or how recent the build is, because modern houses with PVC or PEX plumbing, you don't really have to worry about that. The challenge before was when you would have copper pipes, and a lot of those houses did not have proper grounding, so you had an issue there. So enjoy, and cheers.
Thank you, buddy. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim, there's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
We have trivia coming up, top of the hour. We'll talk to Jaden for the video game review. I played My Friendly Neighborhood as requested by Jaden. He usually comes on at 4. We had to change the schedule today because of his schedule, so we'll do that at 6. Then right into Ray Trendley today for TK Law.
So that talkback said it was when you have PVC plumbing now instead of copper, right? And copper would conduct the electricity. I thought it was the water that was the conduit.
Me too, buddy.
When it struck.
Me too. I thought that was at least part of it.
the danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the water is what's hitting you,
right?
And so if the lightning strikes a house and it travels through the water right to you, who might be in taking a shower. That's all connected.
Yeah, but I've heard that actually water isn't that good of a conductor. We always think it is, but I've heard it really isn't that good of a conductor. Maybe salt water is, I heard.
Salt water, yeah, holds a charge, but I also believe, and I saw someone saying this on the 4th of July when they had the lightning strikes setting off the barges of fireworks.
Right.
He said, when it's that much energy of a lightning strike, even a weak conductor becomes a very strong one.
Right.
Just because there's so much power from that lightning.
Exactly. It doesn't really matter what it is. We had so many people texting about lightning strikes. One guy said his brother was struck by lightning standing on a covered concrete porch outside. It came down between 2 tall pine trees, jumped 15 feet across the lawn, took a chunk out of him and the porch. He survived, had no memory of it. And a lady earlier said her very first funeral, unfortunately, was a classmate or a workmate that was struck and killed by lightning. So crazy, man.
No one wants to join that club.
No, man. And again, it's just so... Yeah, I've seen a video of somebody getting struck by lightning. Actually, it was a group of people standing around on a beach, and lightning hit near them, and they just fell out. Like they just got turned off. Like somebody reached over and turned their switch off. They stood there for a second and then just collapsed.
Also, somebody had, thank you for doing that, had corrected me. The story on New Smyrna Beach that Jack was talking about with the young couple honeymooning on June 20th. Apparently, it was about to storm. It was not a sunny day. There were thunder clouds on top of them. And then a bolt of lightning struck and they cleared the beach.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, welcome back, 77031. That's how you text us. If you have any comment that you would like to throw onto the show, we can do that for sure. The question I posed right before we went to break was, should you crack or open your garage door in the summer to try to make your home, I guess, more energy efficient? The idea would be that if you have your garage door closed, all that hot air builds up in your garage. And those walls are also the outer walls of what will be the inner walls of your home, right? So does it help or hurt if you crack your garage? What do you guys think? Do you think it's smart to either crack or keep your garage open during the summer?
So if not, you go in there, it's just stagnant hot air, stuffy. And some people I know will raise that garage just a couple of inches just to have the air movement.
Right. But even then, you got to remember, it still stays trapped. You would still have to have a force that would either suck or push the air out. Like what we would do is we would usually put a fan in the window and suck the hot air out of the house rather than blow air in.
Yeah.
And we would just try to create, with our attic fan, just create a breeze in the house. We would open up one window in the house, turn on the attic fan, and it would pull air from the outside in through the house and then up, exhausting all the hot air out of the attic as well, which would allow the house to stay cooler because their insulation's not working as hard, blah, blah, blah.
But we're talking strictly about the garage,
Just about the garage,
Cooling the garage. Does it have a benefit to the rest of the house?
Yeah. And you would look at, logically, when you look at it, you'd have to say, why wouldn't it be better if your garage was a little bit cooler because the air would not stay in there and stay hot?
Thanks. That's what I needed. I'll say no. I'll say no.
I'll say no, because, it's not... It's part of the house, but it's not connected to the house. And like you said earlier, or like Jack said, if you crack it a few inches, it's not going to help. Heat rises.
It's really not going to help at all, actually. It says here, homeowners may be cranking down the AC or blocking out windows, which is a major player, by the way.
Yeah.
If you really want to save your house some money, the cheapest way to do that is to buy blackout blinds.
Or,
I will tell you.
It might be cheaper. Greek yogurt. Plain, and you put a coating of Greek yogurt on your window.
Blackout blinds, you can get paper blackout blinds.
It does the same thing
at any of the hardware stores. I think they're $5 to $7 a piece, and the difference it makes in your house is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is when that sunlight comes through your house. I mean, the air is not the only thing heating your property. You got to keep that light out of your house. And as a rule, in our place, we keep all of our blinds down. And we have two different kinds in the house. We have what they like shadow blinds, and then we have full blackout blinds. But the blackouts are only in the bedrooms. The other blinds you can pull down, and it just creates a shade so that only a portion of the light gets through to illuminate the house, but not as much to heat the house up. That's what they say you should do on the inside of your house. It says the idea sounds good in theory when it comes to your garage door, but industry professionals have largely advised against this because actually what happens is your garage is designed to have that door down. It's not designed to have the door left open. And the insulation and the ventilation inside the house as it's designed is there to protect the house and the AC. They said also when you keep the garage door open, depending on how your house is laid out and the angle of it, the sunlight coming into your garage could be as damaging or more damaging than the air that gets trapped in there and superheated.
Yeah, because now the sunshine is directed on that part of the house that would have been blocked from the sunshine because of the garage door.
Yeah, it says a drawback of doing this is the open door can also jack up your energy bill. When hot air enters the home, the HVAC system works harder to maintain its set temperature, which I kind of don't understand, to be honest with you, because you would think that if that room were cooler, that the abutting walls on the other side, like your garage, the inside of your garage wall can be the other side, could be your living room wall,
right,
or a wall to your kitchen, or a wall to a bedroom, however the home is designed.
Sure.
It says open. It says American Garage Door says having the garage door open can increase natural light and provide an outdoor extension for gatherings or projects. In other words, what they're saying is if you're going to keep it open, make sure you're doing something out there while it's open and not just leave it open for the sake of leaving it open. And I think most people do this.
Yeah, well, it's not going to get any cooler. It will just get lighter.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about yogurt.
You know what I read about yogurt today? I'll switch it up a little bit. You know what I think is going to be a major food thing here soon? And I did not know that we had this in the USA, but there is a story today about a burgeoning market over in Africa and India. A massive market that they think is going to wind up making it to other parts of the world. Right now, it's still very expensive, but they think that is if people can start cultivating this, that it will be more accessible. And the product is the same as a product we have now. It's just more bougie, and it may hit, it may not. I don't know.
Greek yogurt.
It is a yogurt, but what it's made from is what we're talking about.
Goat's milk.
No, not goats.
Oh, camel.
Camel milk is the answer. Dude, camel milk, apparently, there is a camel milk farm in America somewhere. And they have I think just a few hundred or maybe right at 1,000 camels or something. And you think, holy S, that's a lot of camels. These camel farms that they have in India and I believe in North Africa have tens of thousands of camels that they milk regularly. And now because they figured out that camel milk is a burgeoning revenue source for them when they don't really have a lot of revenue sources in those areas in Africa already, a poor nation, a third world nation in some sorts. They have figured out that, this camel milk can be processed just like cow's milk, but nobody's really done it commercially for a while. And this is just now starting over there. And they have now, just like the milking farms that you see in America, where they're super high tech, super clean. They said the animals are even better taken care of. They have better diets. They have more time to themselves because their entire life now is built around milking and not running or carrying things, or doing that labor that camels do that we see all the time, trekking across the desert, carrying an entire tent or hut or whatever the case may be, whatever that family may have. But now these camels can also give milk, and it's creating a resource for revenue for them. And it's becoming kind of bougie, the camel milk. And it's similar to cow's milk, apparently, nutritionally. Would you try it?
The yogurt?
I would try. Oh, you wouldn't just drink a glass of camel milk?
I'll try it.
Have you ever drank goat's milk?
I love goat's cheese.
Do you really?
So.
Goat's cheese?
Oh, goat's cheese. Yeah, feta.
I got to pass on that.
You don't like feta?
No, thanks.
Why not?
I don't know.
Is it that sharp, sour flavor you don't like?
Correct.
If you have it in the right setting, though, it's great, dude. I mean, feta with Kalamata, God almighty, Kalamata olives, God almighty, what a word. Kalamata, and then you have to say olive right behind it.
I know, Kalamata olives.
With red onion. And just a little vinegar and some olive oil, like a dressing, like on a Greek salad.
That's a good time right
Jack,
there.
how can you not like that?
Because I don't like food that smells bad.
It doesn't smell bad. What are you talking about?
Take a whiff.
Do you eat Brussels sprouts?
If I have to.
Do you eat broccoli?
Not a fan. Yes, I eat broccoli.
Broccoli smells like ass when you cook it.
No,
it
not
does.
if you cook it right.
Put it in your air fryer and tell me what that smells like. Cover it in olive oil, salt and pepper, and a little bit of red chili flake.
I do that. That's how I make it.
And throw it in your air fryer, and it smells like a fart machine when you do that.
It smells like a fart machine a day later.
Jack, I made it for lunch. We're back on that HelloFresh. I made it for lunch. It's absolutely God almighty. Thank you, HelloFresh. Back on that HelloFresh. And I made it the other day for lunch because we order enough to do some lunch and stuff too. And my wife walks in 8 hours later and not a foot in the door. Oh, you cooked broccoli in the air fryer today. Because it smells like we had a farting contest in there.
No,
how do we know you didn't?
Yeah, she knows that because you didn't clean the air fryer.
No,
that's how she knows.
How often do you clean it? You don't clean it after every time you cook it, right?
Buddy.
Do you really?
Oh, come on.
You clean it after every time you cook it?
It depends on what you cook.
You're really falling for that, Jimmy.
I don't clean mine every time.
And neither does he.
I clean mine with potatoes. Or no, I would only clean it when I cook protein. And even then, I don't clean it.
Oh, man. I think I clean mine a lot more than.
Do you really?
So much that it's wearing away on the non-stick stuff, which makes everyone else sketch about using it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Right.
You throw it in the dishwasher?
No.
You wash it by hand?
Yes.
You use a scrubby pad?
No, I use a sponge.
Yeah, you're not supposed to use a scrubby pad on the air fryer.
Right.
Okay. When's the last time you cooked with it? It's the greatest.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday. When I got the air fryer, and we had talked about the air fryer before.
Yeah.
And
you ignored me for years telling you how great it was.
And just like the bidet.
Right.
Yeah.
And bidets are awesome.
Use that today too.
Air fryers are.
Hey, how you doing?
Air fryers are awesome. And when I everybody and you feel like a complete idiot.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I felt with the air fryer. I'm like, what have I been missing? It's so. It is such an amazing invention.
Do you realize that you are slowly turning into me?
No, I'm not, Jen.
Yes, you are.
I will never be that illogical.
This is cute.
I will never be that illogical. Look, if I could have your hair, I would deal with your essy attitude sometimes.
You finally come on board, and you get the bidet. You got the air fryer. You admit you love it. You don't even admit I'm right. You don't.
I do admit you're right. You're right all the time. I tell you to give yourself a bell.
Mark that.
All the time. I tell you this.
Give yourself
You're
a
the
bell.
one that's a dick to me when I get stuff right, or when I say something even a tiny bit wrong.
How long have you guys been married?
Even I get a tiny thing wrong, you give me that stupid buzzer.
A tiny bit wrong is still, what do you call it? Wrong.
Oh.
So that's how that works. But I appreciate now you're coming over to gaming.
But you don't give your...
You're coming over to gaming.
I'm doing that for a bit. Although I had a good-ass time today playing that. I got a good-ass time playing that.
Well, we're talking to Jaden. He'll be here at 6 o'clock for this week's gaming segment.
Yeah. And I played what's it called again? A friendly neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it is really odd. The only thing that's kind of weird is for some reason my sound isn't working, and I think I don't have the right I'm supposed to have an optical cable or something for my sound to work. And I even went in my settings and did all the settings and tried to get it all right. And I did every setting.
So you played again without sound?
Yeah, I played it without sound, but I can read it types it out where I can read it.
No, I get that. No, because you have an HDMI cable and that should carry audio as well. But yeah, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's got to be a setting in there.
Yeah, I got to try to fix it. I played today for about an hour and a half.
An hour and a half of video games without sound.
Yeah, it was fine.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I could read it so well. The thing though is I did get stuck. This one was a little more, obviously way more confusing than the other one. I mean, when you play a video game, it's just a cat walking around a city. That's as rudimentary as it gets.
Yeah.
This one was a little bit more, oh God, dude. I'm addicted to something now. I forgot to tell you guys about this. Oh my God. Fully addicted to this now.
Is this something you get at Aldi? Another example of how you're copying me?
It's not food. My wife and I did something Saturday morning out of nowhere. She just booked it for something to do, and I couldn't stop talking about it.
Pickleball.
No.
Paddleboard.
No, it wasn't an activity like that. Indoor activity. Thinking activity.
Chess.
Trivia.
Dude, we did an escape room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. I am fully addicted to an escape room now. We got out of this thing, and I looked at my wife, and I said, I don't know how much more fun. We had so much fun. And the funny thing is, the joke I made going in, I said they should call this thing divorce rooms. Because when you go in, it was just us. Usually there's other people.
Just the two of you.
It was just the two of us. That is a marriage test.
Yeah.
Just when you think your marriage is good, go do an escape room with just you and your wife. That will prove just how solid your relationship is. We didn't even have a bicker. We just got to work. And then had to call them to get us out. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Trivia's next. Load them up.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Sabrina and C-Lane, as they will tell you until they're blue in the face, were both jury foremen. They think it gives them a level up on me because I was never a jury.
You've been the defendant more than you've been a juror, so.
Ouch. True.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
Let's kick it off with football, where the Bucs continue training camp this week and are getting set to entertain the Titans. That'll be Saturday night in their first preseason tune-up game. Over to baseball, and Adrian Hauser takes them out for the Rays. They'll face off against the Halos. That's out west tonight at Angel Stadium. And Cameron Young earned his first PGA Tour win at the Wyndham Championship. He finished 22 under par at Sedgefield Country Club. I'm Scott Davidson.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly.
DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
Guys, make the most of your summer this year. Visit the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, the only place where you can meet an astronaut, touch a moon rock, and stand nose-to-nose with the real spatial Atlantis and so much more. Plan your visit now. Calling all space explorers, come face-to-face with real space and the cutting-edge innovations of space exploration from NASA. Explore more and do that at the Kennedy Space Center VisitorCenter.com. Fuel your summer adventure with their Florida 4-pack offer. Check this out. From July 2nd, which is already passed, of course, until September 13th, Florida residents can enjoy 4 admission tickets for only $167 plus tax. Do that today and learn more at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA. Includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
I'll know when Jim is fully trying to copy me when he goes solar, because going solar is a great way to produce energy for your home, but also save money at the same time. I've been doing it for about 12 years now, have saved a lot of money on my energy bills, and energy costs just keep going up. So you might as well produce your own with the sun hitting your roof. And you can do it as well. Go to solarsource.com. But here's the deal. If you've been thinking about it, you know this is a good move for you. You want to act quickly before August 31st. That is because you would want to take advantage of the 30% solar tax credit offered by our federal government. That expires at the end of the year, but you have to have your job done before then. So contact Solar Source by August 31st to make sure you can take advantage of a 30% solar tax credit. That's the same one I used back in 2012, and it expires at the end of this year. So go to solarsource.com today. Trust Solar Source. They've been doing this longer than anyone. They are the experts in our community. You go with the best. It's solarsource.com.
Cypress Hill. And atmosphere.
Every day can't be the best day. Do what you can right now. Don't hesitate.
The Dank Days of Summer Tour. With special guests Lupe Fiasco and The Far Side.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar.
Friday, August 8th at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets for the Dank Days of Summer Tour on sale now at theamp.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
This year, fuel prices have been a bit of a roller coaster. Here in Orlando, drivers finally have some relief at the pump, but prices are likely to go up by the end of the summer. Well, you know what can make your ride smoother? The Upside app. With Upside, you can earn cash back on every fill-up, which means there's money to be earned even when gas prices are low. Upside earns you up to 25 cents per gallon at hundreds of locations like Circle K, Racetrack, and Shell. Download the app and see why millions of Upside users have racked up almost $1 billion in cash back earned. For a limited time, get a 25 cent per gallon bonus on your first purchase with promo code Orlando07. That's promo code Orlando07 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your next fill-up. With Upside, you can roll up to a nearby gas station and coast straight to cashback earnings. Don't forget to use promo code Orlando07. Upside. Cashback smarter. Offers vary by user and location. Terms and conditions apply. Go to upside.com for details.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Ninja Frost Vault is drinking food's favorite cooler. The cold, dry zone that keeps food separate, dry, and fridge temp for days. No more soggy sandwiches, where heavy-duty strength meets premium ice retention. Shop at your local Sam's Club or ninjakitchen.com for the Ninja Frost Vault.
When disaster strikes, trust Paul Davis Restoration. Look, emergencies can happen anytime, leaving your property in disarray without warning. Whether it's a fire, flood, mold, or storm damage, the remediation and restoration experts at Paul Davis are here to help. With 24/7 emergency service availability and a 30-minute response window, we can confidently bring fast, practical solutions to residential and commercial property owners. If your home or business has been damaged by fire, water, or storm, call Paul Davis Restoration. Here to help 24/7. 407-629-6700 or orlando.pauldavis.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in today, as always. We appreciate that, guys. Deserve it already. Vacation mouth. It's killing me. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
Yeah, let's find out what's in the old Jackie sack. Let's do it.
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
You remember that.
Yeah, I got that.
All right, so it's a Monday. What I like about Mondays is we find out the prizes we're going to be dealing with for most of the week. And they will be a pair of tickets to see Franz Ferdinand at the House of Blues, September 24th. Right? Get your little Franz Ferdinand on at the HOB. September 24th, they're coming, and you can be there. Or also in the Jackie Sack.
Yeah.
Tickets to one of the biggest sporting events happening of the season. I am talking about tickets to see Orlando City host Lionel Messi and Inter Miami at Inter & Co Stadium this Sunday, August 10th. Will Messi play? Who knows?
Who knows?
But you got to be there to find out.
That's
and
right.
we have this week tickets to see Inter Miami and Orlando City. Man, lucky you.
Mm-hmm.
Go to OrlandoCitySC.com to get yours or win them here by playing JCS Trivia. Back to you.
Clickety clack.
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 5.
5 is Luke. Luke, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing?
Good, brother. Glad to hear that. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Luke, this is a very easy game, boss. I have a question here for you with 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
No.
If you can find it, I will slide you over to the Jackie Sack and let you pick out something nice. Are you ready?
I tensed up there, too.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, buddy, here we go. On this day in 1961, the 44th President of the United States of America, Barack Obama, was born.
Wow.
On this day, it's Barack Obama's birthday today.
Oh, he and your wife shared the same birthday.
That's right. I texted her this morning to let her know that. Here are 3 fun facts about Barack and one chain-smoking berry of a lie. All right, buddy, we're talking about Barack Obama. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, his presidential library in Chicago is the largest of the presidential libraries at 207,000 square feet. Number 2, he collects Spider-Man and Conan the Barbarian comic books. Number 3, his Secret Service code name was Renegade. Or lastly, he has a green belt in Taekwondo. Which of those is a lie?
I'm about to say number 2.
No, that's absolutely true. He does collect Spider-Man and, of all the things to collect, Conan the Barbarian comic books.
Well, that puts him right. He's a Gen Xer.
Yeah, he is a Gen Xer. You're 100% right. 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Let's go 2.
2 is Andy. Andy, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, boss. We're talking about Barack Obama here. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, his presidential library in Chicago is the largest of the presidential libraries at 207,000 square feet. Number 2, his Secret Service code name was Renegade. Or lastly, he has a green belt in Taekwondo.
I'm going to go number 1.
That's the one, buddy. You're
Wow.
Yeah. Who do you think does have the largest?
Reagan.
Reagan.
Right. Reagan's at 250,000 square feet.
Because they have the Air Force One inside of it, I believe.
They sure do, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the 207,000 is the George Bush Presidential Library. So you're a winner, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold,
Congratulations, Andy.
His Secret Service code name was Renegade. Did you know that, Jack, by the way?
I knew Renegade. The one I thought was a lie was the last one, the Greenbelt.
Yeah, he's a Greenbelt in Taekwondo.
Really?
Pretty cool.
Is there a story behind Renegade? Like, do you get to pick your own Secret Service code name?
I don't think so.
No, because Reagan's was... What was Reagan's? Reagan's was kind of wild, too, right?
Yeah.
I'll look that up while you continue.
Because actually, I think we've done that before. Look at all the presidential code names. They're actually kind of funny. We try to figure out what would lead them to name that. I don't think the president does that. I think the Secret Service gives them the name. I don't know if they have power over that.
They do it. It's an honor, but it's usually connected in somehow to them or their personality.
Yeah, for sure.
Rawhide.
Was that Reagan's?
Rawhide.
Oh, that's funny.
That was his.
Because he was a cowboy actor, right? Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Barack Obama is left-handed, making him one of how many presidents that were left-handed?
Oh, there were a lot. It's higher than the percentage of left-handers in the world, which I think is about 15%.
Yes.
I will say 12.
11.
8 is the answer. Doug wins.
Ah, nailed it.
He's written 4 books. He's written 4 books. A Promised Land is one of his books. It's the best-selling memoir from a president ever.
Oh, wow.
Yep. The name Barack in Hebrew means blessed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure enough. He was the first president with a Twitter account. I think that's just a timing thing, right?
Yeah.
And then lastly, he was the very first black president of the Harvard Law Review.
Which is saying a lot.
Yeah, undergrad at Columbia, I believe, and then grad at Harvard. There you go.
Dumb.
So,
complete moron.
So born in 61, I guess that's the cusp, but that's more of a boomer.
Yeah, that is a boomer.
Than it would be Gen X.
Yeah, but he's cool enough that Gen X will take him.
When is Gen X?
It would be mid-60s and up.
Like 65.
Is it really?
To 1980.
We just made it in?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you guys just made it in.
Get out of here. All right.
Deb's on the cusp.
Born in the best year ever.
Yeah. On the cusp of telling the truth.
No, it's best year ever.
Oh, yeah. I know. 69, player.
Hey. Lunar Landing, Woodstock.
All right, 407-916-10. Hey, by the way, he's Barack Hussein Obama II.
Oh, yes.
And he also made a very interesting thing because of the nature of his family. Is his father white and his mom black?
No.
Is the other way around?
Correct.
He said that going to his family reunion was like going to a United Nations meeting because he goes, I have relatives that look like Bernie Mac and relatives that look like Margaret Thatcher.
Right, exactly.
So he would say going to his family reunions was a real interesting blend.
I bet.
It was a grayscale fun day. Yeah. All right, take a little break. Our buddy Jaden will be up next. We'll do our video game review. I will review My Friendly Neighborhood, and I'll do that with Jaden, and we'll find out what's up next.
Hey teachers, the Monsters want to party with you. Join them for a Teachers Appreciation Party August 6th, thanks to Eustis Roofing. Details at realradio.fm/party.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Emergency crews are letting traffic get by now on I-75 southbound approaching State Road 44, although traffic still being diverted from the interstate to State Road 484. Crews are off to the shoulder, clearing up that crash on I-4 eastbound near Darrell Carter Parkway. The roadways are busy tonight, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Man, what an impact this company made from the instant they moved up to Orlando a couple years back from Miami. Just hit the ground running, saving lives. It's well over 300 people. They've literally
literally saved their life. And the funny thing is when you hear me say that, you're like, well, did they do surgery on them there in the clinic? No. What they did was they gave them information that would lead them to get a surgery that would save their life. Basically, they had a ticking time bomb in their chest. That's the cool thing about life imaging. They can see that. They can actually look right into your chest and see if your heart does have those issues. And the great thing is once you get your scan, you take that information right to your primary care doctor. They look at the scan and go, okay, we need to do this, this, and this to keep you here for a long time. And that's exactly what happens. And that's what we hear from testimonials as well. And remember, there are no dyes. You do not take your clothes off. This entire process only takes a few minutes. So don't wait. Do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws and so many people in Central Florida are doing. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. Here's how you make that appointment. Just simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and then say the keyword free heart scan. It's that simple. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Make that appointment. This way you can take control of your long-term health care. You have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
It all comes down to Daytona. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns as the Cup Series regular season finale in 2025. Last year's Coke Zero Sugar 400 saw Harrison Burton secure a playoff spot with his first career Cup Series victory by a margin of 0.047 seconds. Reigning back-to-back Daytona 500 champion William Byron will be looking to become the first driver since Jimmy Johnson to win both Daytona Cup races in a single season. Race fans, enhance your race weekend by adding the Hard Rock Bet Fan Zone and pre-race access. To get more information, go to the website DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com or give them a call, 1-800-PIT-SHOP.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando. Daytona Beverages and Bud Light celebrate our local heroes. We continue to meet sacrifice with hope for America's first responders and military families with our Folds of Honor Local Heroes Challenge. A portion of proceeds from every Bud Light sold this summer will be donated locally to Folds of Honor to fund scholarships for military and first responder families. Look for festive Bud Light summer displays at your favorite retailers. Purchase Bud Light and raise one for our heroes this summer. Daytona Beverages is locally owned and operated out of Volusia County.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Celebrate your love this summer at the International Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway. Hey guys, it's Russ Rollins from the Monsters. It's the Summer of Romance event now through the end of the month. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get engaged and get an engagement ring and let IDC buy your honeymoon. Here's how it works. If you spend $3,500, IDC will give you a 3-day, 2-night hotel getaway with a $100 Visa card for spending. Choose from a dozen romantic cities. Or spend $5,000 on her jewelry and IDC will give you a 3 or 4-night luxury cruise for 2. Spend $10,000 and you get a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale tropical all-inclusive resort. Choose from 4 different countries. This is a great offer and people are loving it, but time is running out. It's absolutely ending August the 31st and will not be extended. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity from Florida's premier jeweler, International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall of Millennia. Details and restrictions at shopidc.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. That's how you text us. You can always, or that's how you call us. You can text us at 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Yo.
Jack is here as well.
Oh, yeah.
We have yet to name this segment and or get a promo for it, but
I can't give you an intro and a promo till we have a name. So you guys really need to settle down on one.
So none of the 5 names last week were good enough? I got to get back in the lab.
No one wrote them down, Jaden.
Yeah. You're expecting way too much of us during this bit. You are really. They weren't too bad. Come up with some other ones. We'll get it, and we'll get Dan Stone to give us a thing, and we'll make it happen. Jack's really good at that.
I believe it. He
is. But you guys welcome Jaden to the show.
Hey!
Hello.
This is our video game review. Usually we do this around 4 o'clock. Jaden had a little job call today. For the first time you ever ran a board today, huh?
Yeah, it was terrifying. I look over at Jack.
I know. Yeah.
Was not good. I thought about you the whole time, though. I was like, man, this is stressful. Is he always like stressed out doing this?
So this is the very spot when I first ran one, and it was 1998.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It is horrifying because you are, I mean, again, if it goes wrong,
it's on
everything's
you.
on me.
It's on you.
It's up to you to figure it out, too.
It really
and
is.
it's like,
Which, as the host, we have the easiest job in the building, right? I have that one button is all I have to worry about. And then occasionally the dump button when Jack gets out of control with his language.
I'm sure it's Jack.
Which he does all the time, right? So, how has your week been, buddy?
Oh, for this week's just been busy, man.
Hasn't really?
Worked 7 days last week, so just going at it.
So I went on vacation, like last Tuesday was my last day. Mm-hmm. Got back yesterday, like around noon or something, but then immediately had to start planning for my wife's birthday party, which we had last night. So all of my friendly neighborhood action was this morning.
Oh, so you're real fresh on it.
I'm fresh on it, right? So Jaden comes in, and we talk about video game news. We'll do that in a second because we'll do the review at the end. I want to find out what's happening in the gaming world, and then I want to find out what else you have to offer me. Now, what we're doing is we're choosing games off Game Pass. So if you want to play along with this, I'm an Xbox player. I love how that sounds. I love how that sounds.
You played Little Kitty Big City.
I'm an Xbox player.
But it really is a fun game.
And so Jaden will give me some suggestions on video games to try so I can kind of incorporate myself into this video game world as I try to get gaming. Now, the Little Kitty Big City, that was fun, but you could also tell that was a really basic entry-level kind of game. The one thing I do remember about that, though, it did give me a little bit more over the controller, because one of the things I told you about is learning the controller is like half the battle in this gaming thing, right?
For sure. I mean, and that's why we had you play Little Kitty Big City.
Right.
And you were still cursing like a madman as you were trying to figure out the jump SWAT.
Okay.
So my house has one bedroom on one end and one bedroom on the other end, and they're relatively far apart. And they have a bunch of walls in between them. I yelled the F word so loud that my wife heard it in the bedroom with all the doors closed because I couldn't get the controller to do what I wanted, and I just started yelling GD and F one for no reason. There was no focus toward it, just yelling the word out into the nether, and hopefully something would get kind of chakra into making it work. It did not. However,
I feel like a proud dad, though. That's like a mark in gaming. You just
is it really?
Oh, yeah.
You just have a mental breakdown.
Yeah. Once a day, probably.
Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about some news coming out there now. So in the video gaming world, what's new? What's happening?
So this month is a huge month for at least me. The Metal Gear Solid remake comes out. You ever play Metal Gear?
I have not, buddy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a complete noob.
Hey, it's from the 90s, so I figured, hey, maybe there's a shot. No? Okay.
80s would have been my heyday in the arcade games. I was a Donkey Kong and Tempest master.
He wasn't born then.
But then the 90s hit and the gaming consoles came in, and I was too busy. Just didn't have time to really do that.
Either. Oh, 05, baby.
No.
Yeah.
05.
No. 05.
No.
Yep.
You were born the year I got married.
That's crazy.
For the second time.
I need to take a break.
All right, news this week. Metal Gear Solid comes out this month, right after my vacation. I wish it came out on my vacation, but literally the day after I get back from vacation, it comes out. So hopefully I'll have a full depth review next time I'm there after vacation for that game.
Metal Gear Solid, is this a first-person shooter kind of thing?
Sort of, kind of. There's first-person moments to it, but it's mostly in third person.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's like a whole sneaky stealth game.
Really?
It's super like in depth. Like you can wear a crocodile hat and you can like swim in the water. So
Really?
they think you're a crocodile. Yeah, it gets like really crazy.
That's actually kind of interesting.
Right? And I think you would really like it.
Right.
It's way too above your level right now.
Yeah.
But we will get there. I feel like you'll love it.
We're working toward it.
We are. We
Very
definitely are.
Is this highly anticipated, by the way?
Yes. So, give you a little backstory. Kojima made these games a long time ago. Kojima now doesn't work for the company, so this is the first time a Metal Gear Solid is coming out without Kojima's help at all.
Kojima being the designer of the game.
Yes. Everyone who's just made everything in the game, all the characters, all that.
Good save, Jim. Good save.
Exactly. I thought Kojima was the company.
Well, it is the company.
Or the car Deb just got.
There you go. It's the company and the guy. It's named after him. Right. But yeah, Battlefield 6 comes out, I think, next month, but the beta comes out. The early beta comes out on the 7th to the 8th, and then for everyone, it's the 14th through the 16th.
Now, the beta is the game that's released early to the people who are like previous buyers or have like some kind of pass or something?
Usually, you have to pre-order to get the beta, but Battlefield 6 has a very...
I'm sorry. He knew that much. He knew what beta meant.
Honestly, I didn't even think about that. That is impressive.
Baby steps, Jaden. Baby steps.
As you were saying it, I'm like, oh, Jaden, you got to explain to him what beta means.
But he knew.
Bravo.
Yay, Jimmy.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Listen.
Thank you.
That's her
jam.
jam.
There we go.
It's all the first name. It's also the first name of Texas congressman. So we'll move forward.
Anyways, you usually have to pre-order to get betas, but nowadays Battlefield is not what it used to be. They don't have a good name really anymore. The last 3 games have been kind of iffy, so it's a free beta. Everyone can play the beta.
All right, very nice.
Yeah, so it's just the beta's kind of just to see if there's glitches and stuff like that, see what they can fix before the real release comes out. But I'm really excited. It's the first Battlefield 6 that's like modern. It takes place in 2027. Last one was 2042, and then it was in World War II, the last other
I was going to say, so they take these Battlefield games and they just kind of place them in certain, like, is there a Civil War one? Or
no, I don't even think there's been a Civil War game.
Really?
Yeah, that actually would be really fun. Maybe we have $1 million idea going here. And we might.
Yeah, there's some cultural issues they might want to work out.
Bunch of damn lefties don't want to make it.
But yeah, so they all took place in the World War II, the last 2 games, and they didn't do good because everyone's bored of World War II.
Yeah, because I was about to say, they've made a lot of games.
Dude.
They've made a lot of World War II games, right?
Yeah, and it's so just like, it's not colorful. It's really boring. Everything's gray.
It's sad, too, because you realize it happened.
Life was great. World War I, life was black and white. World War II, life was gray.
Yeah.
Just
we
drab.
didn't get color into the Vietnam War.
Yeah, true that.
But it's funny, in 2042, you're fighting wars against a dude with a fish head or a crocodile head, and you're shooting him with a rubber band gun that shoots missiles. I mean, it's like everything
it's just like they just all take acid, get in a room, and go, "What can we do?" And they just throw out ideas and then turn that into a game.
I mean, some of the best inventions probably were built that way. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And then last week, I was supposed to mention it, completely forgot about it. Was talking about space nukes. Ready or Not has came to consoles. Yep.
Someone
Dude,
just texted and said, "Has Jaden tried Ready or Not yet?"
Our boy Joseph, the electric worker, who texts us all the time, great guy, always has something good to put into the show. Said, "Has Jaden tried Ready or Not yet?" Like my man is on it.
He's on it. So funny story. That was the reason I bought a PC in the first place. It was it was a PC exclusive. I was dying to play that game. I bought it on my dad's his work computer that's from like the 80s, dude.
That's all right.
I opened it and it looked like it was from the PlayStation 2. I was so mad. It was not playable. So I was like, okay, now I have to buy a PC. Bought a PC. Love the game.
Really? Okay, so
amazing.
Explain Ready or Not.
Ready or Not is like super realistic milsim. Is do you know what milsim is?
Military simulator.
Boom, there we go.
Yeah,
He
give
is
him another
hot today.
bell. Give him another bell.
He is hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you basically...
Did you study?
He did. He did. You can control 5 SWAT members.
Really?
I like how you call them out, man.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. He controlled 5 SWAT members. You just go around and you do these like super gritty, dark, realistic like SWAT team, like what a SWAT team would do.
Like operations, like some type of opera, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But
Using
it came to consoles, which means they have to change some of the ratings, which means some things have to get censored.
Oh, really? So the PC version was like real graphic?
Yeah, very graphic. Everything was graphic. Naked women being like not in good places.
Like at Jack's house?
Yeah. If you want to say that,
You just did.
Yeah, you can shoot. You used to be able to shoot limbs off of like dead people.
Damn.
Yeah. And
shoot them off with dead people? Like the dead people turn into guns?
No.
You just shoot a dead person and shoot their arm off.
You can massacre the body.
Yeah. You basically just make it look like a pretzel.
So I was right about the acid thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So they got rid of that. You can't shoot the limbs off of any dead people, which is that's whatever. Who cares? But and then the third one's a really big one. They changed a whole mission pretty much. The whole point of this girl was kidnapped in this mission. You had to go rescue her. You run into her and she's ODing, like she's seizing out.
No,
yeah, it's really bad. And then you come back and they put it on console and she's just dead asleep. There's nothing like to it. It changes the whole mission pretty much.
Darn, we don't get to see an OD.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not. It's
Where's my digital Narcan?
Right, exactly. What is it? Right plunger, left toggle for the Narcan?
Just watch Pulp Fiction.
There you go.
Yeah.
But
just hit the little dot.
Give me my adrenaline shot.
So let's review the game.
Let's review it. How did you feel about the evil Muppets coming at you?
It's like a therapy session, Jimmy.
All right, so
My Friendly Neighborhood.
My
It's
Friendly
available
Neighborhood.
on Game Pass.
On Game Pass, it took me about 25 minutes to download. I had to move my entire internet connection over to my bedroom or my studio to find out to get the thing to download right.
Jaden, he's still playing without any sound.
Yeah.
He told me. We got to figure it
So
out.
I couldn't get the sound right, but I also got into my account, which was a major breakthrough because I couldn't even get into my account. So I got into my account. I was super happy. Then no sound, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so you said this was a puzzle game and I would like it.
It is.
Yeah, so I will tell you. It's so funny. I just said right before you came on there, I did an escape room this weekend and fell in love with it.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
I do love puzzles. I love figuring stuff out. My wife is the same way, and she's really good at it. Like really good at kind of seeing things, figuring a little puzzle out, and kind of figuring out why that goes there and how this opens that key or lock or the combination or whatever. So coming out of that, playing this game, it's kind of like that. It's not exactly like an escape room, but you do have to figure out like things you have to get that get you into certain doors. Like when I tried to get in one door and it was locked from the inside. What?
So, I was just gonna be like, yeah, it's a classic like Resident Evil. That's basically what the game is. It's Resident Evil.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just like more kiddly.
Yeah, but okay, so you're right. It is more kiddie.
Yeah.
And I did encounter one puppet. The puppet was talking mad S. But man, I got to tell you, the toggle thing again, because now the game changes, and whereas one toggle switch can turn you around and move you, this one only moves you and you turn around and angle with the other toggle switch. So I'm trying to use 2 toggles at one time and walk and look all at the same time. And it took me a good 30 minutes just to be able to move around the area enough. And then I started collecting stuff and kind of figuring it out. And that's where it was. So as of right now, very cool game. I do need to figure the sound out so that I can kind of get a better idea what the clues are. But interesting, but a lot less to do than in the first game.
Which was kind of caught me off guard because I thought it would make you just like struggle so much. I thought you'd be very mad. I mean,
you sound so disappointed.
Well, you gotta remember, so I only played about an hour and a half this morning. So I'm going to go back into tonight and try to figure out some more of the stuff tonight and kind of keep it going. I'll give updates throughout the week of how I'm doing, but this is a game that I'm interested in because the other one was just so easy to figure out. You know, once you figured out how the cat moves and what it does and where you have to go, no problem. You have to go up to people, they tell you what you got to do, and you go do it, and that's it. This game is a little bit more cryptic than that, and I was having a little bit more difficult time figuring out where to go and what to do, but I'm already, like, I enjoy it, but I haven't done a whole lot yet.
That's okay, as long as you're enjoying it, and seems like you're actually understanding the controller now.
I was, like, getting into it. Like, I was checking my time to see how much I could push it right up against my time to go grab a shower and get ready to come in, and was still 3 minutes late today, not because of that, but I had to get gas, but I'm telling you, man, it was still a lot of fun. I'm still getting used to it, but I'm going to give it another shot.
We got to figure out the sound. It's a horror game.
Yeah.
Sound plays a big part into it.
All right, give me the next game. We'll review. We got to get out of here.
We got Bloody Crime Scene. Or is it Bloody Crime Scene? Crime Scene Cleaner.
Crime Scene Cleaner.
You're going to love this one.
I saw that on Game Pass.
I saw it, and I was like, he has to play this.
Did you play it yet?
Not yet. I downloaded it last night.
Check that boy out.
So, Crime Scene Cleaner.
Yes, it's just super bloody, gory crime scenes you're cleaning. There's no much else I could describe it.
Yeah.
Is there any goal other than just see the room clean?
No, you got to clean that room. That's all you got to do.
See if you can fool the cops.
All right, very good.
There we go.
Thanks, Jaden. Good seeing you, buddy.
Great seeing you.
All right, get up, Jaden. There you go. We'll get a name for this thing soon, buddy. We'll see you in a couple Mondays, all right? Good job today, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you got it, man. All right, we'll take a little break. Back with Ray Trinley and TK Law.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The traffic lights are acting a little bit funny where Tradeport Drive meets Boggy Creek Road. Use that intersection as a four-way stop there. Crews are off to the shoulder, clearing up that accident on I-4 eastbound near Darrell Carter Parkway. Traffic's getting by on I-75 southbound approaching State Road 44, although traffic is still being diverted from I-75 southbound to State Road 484. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
The 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival is brought to you by Metro. With their new lower prices, the celebration starts way before the festival. Big savings so you can focus on your favorite artist, not your phone bill. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hurricane season is here, Orlando. When storms threaten, stay connected with the station you trust. Before, during, and after the storm, Real Radio 104.1 is your lifeline. Get real-time updates, emergency alerts, and the latest from local officials all in one place. Listen live on air or stream us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Stay safe, stay informed. Eustis Roofing is the official sponsor of iHeart Stormwatch coverage. Eustis Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Central Florida, my kids and I have been wanting to see you in a Kia for more than 20 years. Come join our family because we want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Shot. Hey, Tequila Del Toro is an award-winning, highest-quality, top-shelf tequila crafted just for you. It's smooth. It's so smooth you won't need a lime, you won't need salt. It won't mess you up the next day, and you can enjoy it with confidence. And now, backed by 100% satisfaction guarantee and free shipping across the USA. Available in select stores. Ask for it. If you own a bar, a restaurant, or a liquor store, stock Tequila Del Toro now and stand out. Top businesses that sell the most Tequila Del Toro are going to get a chance to win a trip for two to Mexico. Visit tequiladeltoro.com. That's tequiladeltoro.com.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors. Original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at eyeCandyEnergyDrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you 62 or older and wondering if a reverse mortgage can help you access the equity in your home? It's so easy to get a free reverse mortgage quote with that mortgage guy, Don. Just fill out the online questionnaire at thatmortgageguyDon.com, or you can make an office appointment to meet in person at 1401 Town Plaza Court, Winter Springs, Florida. Happy Home Mortgage, NMLS ID 2418348.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
I'm David. I'm an attorney. When my wife was seriously injured in a car accident, we called attorney Glenn Klausman. He met with her at the hospital and again at the rehab facility. Glenn Klausman genuinely cared about my wife's injuries and spent time with us to understand all the ways her injuries affected her. Because we chose attorney Glenn Klausman, my wife received an extremely fair settlement, and Glenn Klausman helped us receive as much money as possible by getting the medical bills reduced. I highly recommend Glenn Klausman. Glenn Klausman at KLAUSMANlaw.com.
Dinner's ready. All right, is everyone here? Where's Michael? Food's getting cold.
Every day, 9 people on our Florida roadways won't make it home. Don't let it be you or someone you love.
Michael, is that you? Officer?
Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share.
Michael never made it home. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the Shock Incarceration Podcast. What would you do if one bad decision forced you to choose between a maximum security prison or the most brutal boot camp designed to be hell on earth? Unfortunately for Mark Lombardo, this was the choice he faced.
He said, "You are a number, a New York State number, and we own you."
Listen to Shock Incarceration on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Shock Incarceration and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Offended? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Welcome back, brother Jim. All right, let me get this in 30 seconds. To get a captain's license, you need seat time, a drug test, and a physical. You work towards a transportation worker ID credential. These have to be Coast Guard approved, the institutions you go to for the school, and any and all other requirements by the Coast Guard. If you're going to do charters in the state of Florida, you need a separate license, which is Florida Saltwater Charter License. Aloha.
Man, Brother Matt knows everything.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, as we do every single day. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Every Monday around 6:20, this young man joins us. He runs TK Law. That's onefirmforlife.com. Offices are right there in Altamont Springs. Good and loud for our friend, Mr. Ray Trinley.
Yay!
The well-dressed, pocket-squared Ray Trinley. You look really good today, buddy. That is a smart suit, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I have to dress up for you guys.
Yeah, I bet. You have court today?
No court today, actually. Just office meetings and getting caught up on things after the weekend.
Yeah. What decides your attire for a court appearance? Like if you have to go in and argue a case, do you really study how a jury would react to certain I mean, temperatures in your color scheme, or
the judge, the jury, knowing the courtroom, is it a hot courtroom or cool courtroom? Understanding my client, for example, sometimes I want to look more serious, right? Especially if I've got a client who's a little bit more casual. The more serious I look, maybe with the pocket square, maybe with a different style of tie to make my client look a little bit better. Whereas on the other hand, if I want maybe a jury to feel bad about my client, I might wear more of a drab suit. I've got
cufflinks, I've got very little jewelry,
a plain navy suit with no contrast stitching, and you just kind of plain it up a little bit. You still look nice and professional,
right?
But you got to understand, the jury's going to expect you to look a certain way, and you want your client at the end of the day to look good throughout the process, and that's my job.
Is that so? When you study the jury and you figure that out, is it a socioeconomic thing almost every single time? Like if your jury is primarily blue collar, I'm not saying dress down, but do you not wear your best suit that day, or
you leave the Rolex at home and you do more animations with your hands where people will bring attention to your hands. Okay, you don't have manicured nails and things like that.
Right, or cufflinks or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And it's interesting because you and I talk a lot about this, and we grew up kind of similarly. You did not grow up in an affluent family or home. You had to work your ass off to get where you are today. So that's a really unique thing for you because you're trying to describe yourself as being an everyday guy, and you are actually an everyday guy. You're like one of the most everyday guy attorneys I know.
And when I that's what I was going to say is when I tell people I'm a lawyer, almost everybody is surprised by the fact I'm a lawyer because if you know me outside of the office, I'll help you grease the ball bearings on your trailer.
I'm so surprised.
See?
I would have just thought green's my lucky tie. I'm going with green.
I find all of that fascinating. Is there a major no-no when it comes to doing? And we just did Barack Obama's birthday is today.
Oh, yeah.
And do you remember how much heat he got for wearing a tan suit in the White House? Do you guys remember that? It was legit thing. It was a week-long thing because a president wore a tan suit. So with you guys, is there also a no-no like when it comes to dress?
So I have what I call more casual suits when I'm not in the courtroom. They're a little bit more bright. They're a little bit more, I don't say flamboyant, but they're just more bright. It's not something I'd probably wear in front of a jury. It's more complex patterns. Maybe it's light blue, or maybe they got some yellows in there,
just a little more flavor.
Green. Where clients who are meeting with you in your office, they're going to appreciate it, but you don't necessarily want a jury to see you looking flashy,
frivolous. Yeah. Wow, that's so painfully interesting to me.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time on that.
Yeah, how much time goes into thinking about that? Because obviously, the perception of the jury to you is unbelievably important. It could be 25% of the decision made at that point. Maybe more.
I don't really know exactly how much it comes down to.
Obviously not, but what I'm saying is when you think about how a jury sums you up immediately, a quarter of that has to be, how does this dude look? What kind of glasses? Does he have on a nice watch? Is he wearing cufflinks? Does he have a pocket square? Is it a Jose Banks?
And it could be something they can't even articulate.
Right,
I don't know. There's something about that guy I don't like. And, they don't even know.
If you guys remember the movie Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite things was when they're going into voir dire and the other attorneys are like, I want to pick the church lady, and Keanu and the young black man, and Keanu called him out, said he makes his own clothes. You think you know this person. He just went by what they wear, how they acted, and called him out. It was the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
Of course, it was a documentary.
Yeah, real life.
Real life.
But, there are things I do that no matter what, like I always have freshly shined shoes, make sure there's no creases in my shirt or in my suit.
Cologne? Very little, right?
I was say I'm not a huge cologne person. Like there's some people you walk past and you're like, ooh, I could tell you what that is. But just a little bit, one spritz just to kind of keep fresh.
Yeah, you just want a neutral smell almost, right? You just want to neutral everything, don't you?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty
so
much.
you want people to pay attention to the facts on what you're saying rather than how you smell or what you're wearing, how your hair is that day. Or
the key is you don't want to smell bad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's it.
All right. Ray joins us on Mondays. It's TK Law. Again, that's onefirmforlife.com. The offices are right there now. It's super easy to find. And we discuss a couple stories that have impact on maybe your life on a daily basis or maybe just something you've heard about. The first one was this local news story about a Florida man who was married to 3 women at the same time. He was sentenced to felony bigamy. I did not see this story.
We covered it while you were gone
okay.
because my first question was why?
That was my
why
first
3
question.
women in 3 counties at the same time? Why?
You know, some people really love their spouse, and I love that. I love it when people love being married. But this guy loved being married so much, he found 3 different women to marry him. And I don't know what kind of shell game you have to play to have 3 different wives in 3 different counties. But this guy got away with it for like 7 years.
Damn, dude.
And so it wasn't until one of his wives, I think it was his first wife, ended up searching him, and public record search came up with a marriage license for another woman. Like 3 years later, and then she called this person and she says, "Hey, are you married to so and so?" And she says, "Yes." She's like, "Well, that's weird because I'm also married to him." She's like, "Well, he says you were married," and she's like, "No, sweetheart, we are currently married." And then the 2 of them then got together, did some more research, and boom, found a 3rd marriage license in Seminole County.
Damn.
And so he got picked up in Seminole County. He was arrested, and this story made national news. And I've seen cases like this in the past. I've never seen somebody actually get prosecuted. And so this guy was prosecuted for felony bigamy. He got 2 years of probation. And
isn't that weird that that's a felony? Like when you consider the crimes that reach the felony level, I'm sitting here reading the story and scanning it as you're talking about it, and I'm like, okay, it's bigamy. We know that's wrong, but I mean, what is the actual crime other than just falsifying the fact that you were married before? I mean, there is no. What is the advantage of doing this? Like, where would the crime actually be if you were like to say this guy did this maliciously? What would be the goal?
Well, so, I think sometimes people just don't know better. And I think those cases are the cases where you probably don't see prosecution. But, a lot of the things that are tied to being married to somebody are benefits like you pay less in taxes.
Yep.
You get to inherit from your spouse without penalty.
Health insurance, car insurance.
We just found out the 401k thing from Scott last week that I'd never even heard of, that it is automatic that your spouse gets your 401k. She has to agree in writing for it to be any other way.
Yeah,
that's it. I never even knew that.
That's why we do prenups.
Wow, that's
we do
so
those at
crazy.
TK Law.
Yeah.
But
OneFirmForLife.com.
But
it doesn't seem like to you, other than obviously does it seem like a crime that should rise to a felony, or should this be maybe a 3rd degree misdemeanor or something?
Well, I think a lot of people see it as like no harm, no foul. This is not really taking advantage of anybody. But I think from the state's perspective, because you have the possibility of defrauding the government and receiving these benefits you wouldn't be entitled to, I think that's why they have to have a strong policy on it. And so
it is rare to see this come to trial, though, isn't it?
I've seen a couple of cases where this existed, probably half a dozen, and I've never seen anybody get prosecuted. So this is kind of a cool one.
And you rarely hear about this outside of the confines of like Utah and that area in the Midwest where bigamy, and I guess up in Pennsylvania, some of the areas and some of those sects of religion will also allow multiple wives. But even in the context of Mormonism, it's kind of shunned these days.
Well, I'll tell you where I've seen it the most commonly. It's people who immigrate over to the United States, but they were already legally married.
Oh, yeah.
And then they get a job here.
Right.
And then they find a new family, make a new family, get married here.
And there is something nefarious about it, isn't there? Because there's no reason to marry.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy could have 2 side pieces as easily as he could get married to them. There'd be no reason to kind of settle down and go through the entire commitment. So there has to be something he's looking for there.
Well, one of the things in this story, again, I didn't see the numbers. I don't know exactly what happened, but in the story it mentions the first thing he did when they got married, we got to do joint bank accounts.
Oh yeah.
Hey baby, let's join our money.
Right.
So I don't know what money he's putting in there, but he's getting access to their money, and that seems to be the important part for him.
And he's been doing this for a little bit.
7 years. years.
That's so insane. To be able to maintain 3 relationships and have everybody be okay for
3
7 years.
households.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
How many kids were involved, do you know? Or were there?
I didn't see anything in the story about children.
I didn't either. That's a big
but-
positive for him, though, I would think.
Yeah. Imagine going to family court and trying to explain that to the judge.
God, he'd be in family court for a month trying to figure that out. 3 families, 3 different whole scenarios. It's like that
Just
sister,
put me in jail.
That Sister Wives thing. My wife used to watch that show, and I would be like, why? Are there's so many men out there that are way more qualified than this boob you guys are married to. Why are you doing this to yourself? God almighty.
Yeah.
And of course, now that's all exploded. For sure, it's all done.
I'm sure.
All right, let's move on to this next story because we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Was this surprising to you?
I thought it was actually going to be more.
Oh, did you really? So the only surprise fact is the fact that it was only $250 million?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more. I thought it was going to go for a half.
Wow,
Half
really?
a B, yeah.
What we're talking about is the Tesla autopilot crash. We knew this was going to trial soon. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. It did go to trial. This was a Miami case, too.
It's a Miami, Southern District of Florida case that they sued the driver and they sued Tesla directly. And this is the autonomous pilot driving. This is the one where they ran the stop sign at 60 miles an hour, plowed into, I don't remember what the SUV was, but a large SUV, and killed this this young woman who I don't remember if she'd just been engaged or just got married. And so the jury awarded a verdict of
$240 million.
$240 million. I was going to say 24. $240 million, with $200 million of that being punitive damages against Tesla for advertising and marketing this as a self-driving autonomous vehicle. And so, we expected the plaintiff here, the person whose family, the person who passed away, their family, we expected them to want to make this as an example case that, if you're going to advertise and market this vehicle this way, and you're not going to have appropriate safety precautions, that you're going to be held accountable. $200 million in punitive damages.
And I think maybe, I don't know if you've read, I know you do keep up as much as you possibly can, and I'm reading this as we're kind of talking about it. This is an NPR story, by the way, and it said something that I didn't know about this case before, and I wonder how much this would affect a judge's decision, because it says here that Tesla has previously faced criticism that it's slow to cough up crucial data by relatives of other victims in Tesla crashes.
Right.
Those are accusations that the car companies denied. Unfortunately for them, the plaintiffs in this case actually showed that Tesla had the evidence that this was not reliable and the technology wasn't there yet the entire time they were still selling and marketing this car. So it was, although they had repeated denials, they hired a forensic data expert that went in and actually found that they did know that. They had all of that information in advance. Is that one of the reasons why it got so high?
Yeah. So if you remember when we talked about this, when it was when they were picking the jury, they made this allegation that they had evidence that they knew or should have known that the vehicle was defective. We didn't really know what it was. And again, we're not in the federal courtroom, so we can't exactly say exactly what it was, but you can read it in the story that they introduced evidence that Tesla did in fact know, that they knew that this product wasn't self-driving or autonomous, that it did have these defects in place. And it's absolutely part of what happened when the jury made this verdict. And I'd say one further. In the article, it says they mentioned that the Tesla vehicles have like this like black box thing where they record like camera image right before the crash. It stopped working immediately before the crash.
Oh, no. You have got to be kidding.
And they said, so what Tesla's statement was they tried to back it up, and they don't know exactly what happened, but instead of backing up, they accidentally might have deleted it, maybe.
Oh, really? Because that's their first time doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, so what this is going to hopefully encourage people to do is hopefully no more lives are lost. But if you're involved in a car crash and a Tesla vehicle or one of these self-driving vehicles is involved, ask for that black box data. If your lawyer's not asking for that data, they're doing you a disservice, because there might be evidence there that is destroyed, or, evidence that maybe is not destroyed, but could be, incriminating towards Tesla.
And you talk about the impact of this thing. I just read the impact, and I don't know if you know the details of this. It was a Tahoe. So
it's a big vehicle.
A full-size Chevy Tahoe
That's what
SUV.
it was, yeah.
It was struck so hard and spun around so fast that it threw one of the bodies out of the truck 75 feet into the air, into the woods. They had to go look for her.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, wow.
Her body was, quote, later found.
Oh.
Yeah. So, not a great look if you're...
No.
Now, it's going to appeal, and this is one of the things that we
of
always
course, yeah.
This is one of the things that we always kind of, we read these cases, and everybody's out there pumping their fist. Yeah, one for the good guys. Take that, Musk. That'll teach you, Musk, blah, 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 right? But under appeal, this could last for a while, right? The appeal could last for a couple of years, and then again, the judge in the appeal case or the jury could also drop the value of this, could they not?
Yeah, so the lower court judge always has the option of doing what's called an additor or remitter, which is either adding or reducing the damages if they don't think that they're grounded in the law. That's always a possibility. The appellate court can say, hey, you guys messed up something. The jury instruction was wrong or something. Send it back down for a new trial. And so, I mean, that process can be 3 to 5 years long.
Right, yeah.
And I'd expect nothing less than for Tesla to appeal this.
Yeah.
The problem, though, is for Tesla's perspective, if they appeal this isn't just a state court case that went to trial. If they appeal this and lose, now they've got a federal appellate court, which every court in the 11th Circuit is now going to look at and say, we need to do what this Miami jury did. And, again, I don't know if you know this, there's a lot of these Teslas on the road in Florida.
A lot.
I mean, you're talking about a quarter of a bill each one. You start adding that up.
Yeah. And they said that the jury's decision and the verdict was to send a message.
Absolutely.
And to automakers when it comes to marketing their vehicles, specifically something like this, where you're trusting a vehicle to keep you alive.
Absolutely.
Jim, I know, like most modern vehicles, newer vehicles have some type of driver assist.
Sure.
And in Toyota, it's called lane assist. And but after 20, 30 seconds, it starts beeping if it doesn't sense you manipulating the steering wheel. Because I always, I'm like, oh, it's driving, it's saying in the lanes, but they're trying to avoid any potential loss.
Yeah, they don't want
That's
you.
absolutely
Our steering wheel used to vibrate. Let us know.
Yeah.
All right, you guys sit right there. Deb, what do you have for you? Heard it here first.
Well, a judge makes a decision on alligator Alcatraz agreements, how many FWC officers obtain immigration credentials, and hang on, Happy Gilmore too. Adam Sandler himself is coming to Florida.
Hey.
We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, back in a sec with Deb's news, and we'll get the hell out of here on a Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We're starting off the work week on a bit of an unsettled note across Central Florida. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are on tap through the remainder of the evening, slowly fading away tonight with temperatures dipping back into the middle to upper 70s. Early on, though, watch out for some torrential rain, frequent lightning, and some gusty wind in the strongest of storms. We'll wake up dry on Tuesday, looking like a really similar day, maybe a touch hotter with this ridge of high pressure in the vicinity of us. We'll have highs topping out in the mid-90s, feeling like nearly 108. Could see some more heat advisories issued, but once again, we'll see numerous showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at Audible.com.
Are you stuck with medical bills after an accident that wasn't your fault? I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay, not you. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
You've got an app for music, an app for photos, maybe even one that helps you sleep. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets. Get the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
That'll be 30 even.
That's 90 points! Sorry, that was a lot. Now that I'm getting 3 times the points on food and fuel with the Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card, I get a little too hyped sometimes.
Cool. Would you like your receipt?
In the bag! Sorry, in The bag, please.
Learn more about the everyday, everywhere Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
In a market full of noise, trust the Nickley Group to give you straight answers and smart real estate advice. The Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Thinking of buying or selling a home quickly? Just call Nickley and tell them Jim Colbert told you to call. Nobody does guaranteed cash offer on your home better than the Nickley Group. Get your own team of local experts. Secure more money twice as fast. Real experts that get real results. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Visit thenickley.com.
Can you believe kids are already going back to school? And while it's hard to admit, that means another allergy season is just around the corner. Set your appointment today at Aspire Allergy and Sinus and find a solution for the whole family. Studies show that kids with allergies have a hard time concentrating in school and have more absences than those without allergies. So what are you waiting for? Go to aspireallergy.com and book your appointment today. That's aspireallergy.com.
Can you believe it's already August with kids getting ready to go back to school and we're heading into the height of the hurricane season? That's why having the right windows and doors makes such a difference. And here to help me explain why is Chelsea from Renewal by Anderson.
Thanks, Deborah. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed impact windows and doors are engineered to withstand high-velocity impacts, providing enhanced protection against flying debris during storms, keeping your home safe and secure.
As always, Renewal by Anderson has a great deal to help you get started. Chelsea, what are you offering in August?
We're excited to offer our triple savings month. $300 off windows and $825 off patio doors. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months.
Bonus offer, the first 50 callers get a free True Scene insect screen upgrade.
Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Just like Chelsea said, visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Official part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Considering a 1031 exchange or seeking steady, high-yield monthly income? Explore student housing and low-income housing investments with Icon America. Cash flow starts at 7.5% monthly. Our properties near the University of Utah and Purdue are fully occupied. Benefit from low fees by eliminating high broker deal commissions. Call 800-93-EXCHANGE, 800-93-EXCHANGE, or visit icon1031.com. Past performance is no indication of future results. Investment involves risk. Consult your financial advisor.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Boys and girls, our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. We will look ahead tomorrow morning on the Monsters in the Morning Tuesday edition. Crime Line's Detective Barb will be on hand trying to help us catch the bad guys. Also, you like playing the games? Tomorrow, tickets to Peter Frampton and a $50 gift card to Metro Diner up for grabs for Triple R Trivia at 7. That's tomorrow on the Monsters. And don't forget to look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to The Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim, Deb, and Jack, and Ray Trinley. Again, that's Ray Trinley, onefirmforlife.com. That's TK Law. Offices right there in Altamont. You heard him say it. He'll do your prenup. He'll do your divorce. If you've slipped and fallen anywhere, he'll handle that. If you've been in a car crash, he can handle that. If you've needed an estate plan, he can do that. He's all those things.
and more.
TK Law, onefirmforlife.com. Deb, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, federal and state officials here in Florida must produce agreements showing which government agency or private contractor has legal authority to detain people or perform immigration officer roles at Alligator Alcatraz, the immigration detention facility in the Everglades. That's what a federal judge said today. U.S. District Judge Rodolfo Ruiz, an appointee of President Donald Trump, says officials must provide by Thursday all written agreements and contracts showing who has legal custody of the hundreds of detainees at the facility that was hastily constructed more than a month ago on an isolated airstrip in South Florida's Everglades wilderness.
Interesting.
And now what is being used as the blueprint for other facilities around the country.
Yep.
Meanwhile, nearly 800 Florida fish and wildlife officers are able to back up Governor DeSantis's immigration enforcement efforts. The officers have obtained 287G credentials. They're now equipped to identify and process people who are in the country illegally. The initiative is seen as a big step in the state's efforts to strengthen immigration enforcement and enhance public safety. And then finally, comedy icon Adam Sandler launches his You're My Best Friend tour. Oh. 1 month from now, here in Florida, his 30-city North American run kicks off on September 5th in Jacksonville. I know, Jimmy, you're generally not a big Sandler stand-up fan, right?
I'm not a Sandler fan, no.
Yeah, Jack, are you a Sandler fan?
Typically, no, but I will tell you, I enjoyed Happy Gilmore, too.
There were some good laugh-out-loud moments there for sure.
How about you, Ray? Are you a Sandler stand-up fan?
I've never seen his stand-up, so now I'm curious.
I haven't either, but his back-to-back stops here in Florida include Tampa, Miami, and Estero.
Yeah.
Estero Beach?
That's near Naples.
He's one of those guys that's so loved. People will just go because they just want to be in the room with somebody that has the reputation of being that effing cool.
I think it's cool that his friends want to be with him. Like everywhere he goes.
Everybody. I mean, everybody wants to work with him. You look at all the people that made cameos. I mean, Eminem made a cameo. That guy doesn't leave his house, and he appeared in this movie. I mean, he's just one of the most beloved dudes in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, tickets are on sale now, and you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deborah.
Sure.
Appreciate that with your new fast car. Are you going to fly by me tonight?
Hurry up.
I saw it when I came in. It looked sharp.
Oh, I can't wait.
Who do we have to thank today?
Okay, real quick. We want to thank Paisano's Stone-Fired Pizza. Don't forget their Claremont location is celebrating their 5th anniversary.
Nice.
So get you some pizza deals, Jack.
That's right. And if you want to get a $50 gift card to Paisanos for just $25, go to centralfloridasaves.com.
Also want to thank Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game. In case you missed him stopping by and talking sports, his podcast can be found at The Jim Colbert Show. Want to thank the friendliest attorney, Ray Trendley from TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
His pocket square alone should charge you $100 now.
He's beautiful.
Yeah,
he's
beautiful.
Very nice looking man.
I love you guys.
And then we're doing something new this week, now that we know that school is almost back in session. Today, we want to thank today's teacher of the day, Mark Knoll, who teaches at Oak Ridge High School. This is how cool this teacher is. He was nominated by a student who said that Mr. Knoll helped many first generation students, including themselves, receive their high school diplomas. In addition, he's helped me achieve my dream of becoming the first in my family to receive a college degree.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is. For
Good
Mark
job.
Knoll, today's teacher of the day. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it, Jack. Question of the day.
Oh, that's right. In our YouTube chat, we posed a question. Oh, will you shower if there is a lightning storm?
Ray, are you a lightning storm shower? Do you buy into it?
I do buy into it. I am not a lightning storm shower.
Here.
I got to tell you, I think most of the people listening to the show are Floridians, and I think most of the people listening to the show have probably heard this from their grandparents or parents. I'm going to say only about I'll go 15% say they will.
53% say yes.
These guys are maniacs, and I love it.
They are maniacs.
These guys are rolling the life dice every day.
Wow.
Thank you guys for doing that. Appreciate that. All right, coming up tomorrow, you heard it here first. Oh, what am I doing? You coming up tomorrow, we'll do What You Do That's New. We'll also have It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. And, of course, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
And Ross.
Yeah, Ross will be in tomorrow.
Yay.
Yeah, Sauce Daddy will be with us tomorrow as well. All right, let's get out of here. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ray, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters the morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We will see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Corbett Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
I'm going to go drive a sensible speed. Bye.
Yep, you got it, Toyota.